And I believe we are live. Let me know where you're joining me from in the comments. I would love to know where you're joining me. We are going to go over everything you need to know to set up your own YouTube Evergreen marketing system. So Evergreen YouTube Marketing Mastery is what you're going to be learning about in today's training. I'm super excited. Let me get my slides set up. Let me just test and make sure that everything is ready. All right, and you should see my slides. Perfect, and you should see me down in the bottom there. And all right, let me just double check, make sure, give everybody a chance to come on live. I'm so excited to share this with you. So give me one moment here just to double check that everything is going as it should, because live streams are always interesting. All right, it might take a few minutes. So in the meantime, do let me know where you're joining me from. I would love to know, what country are you in? What city are you in? And more importantly, why are you interested in using YouTube as a marketing funnel for you? I know I am into it, and I'll share that and my experience in a moment. But right now, I'd like to know, why are you interested in using YouTube to market your business, services, or affiliate products? I would love to know. So let me know where you're from. Say hello. And let me just double check that everything is moving smoothly here. All right. And it's taking a moment for everything to come up. I appreciate your patience. I will chop this part off of the replay for you so that you don't have to listen to this while we're figuring things out. Okay. That is all good. Now let me just see. Let's have a look here. So copy this. I appreciate your patience while I check this out. Again, gotta love marketing here. All right, so that is good. And we'll just do a quick test in there. Yes, yes. Enter the room, make sure I can see. In the room, you should see me. Yes, perfect. Okay, so now I'm just going to refresh YouTube. It should be showing up on YouTube. So fingers crossed, we will get this going. All right, so home. And live traffic for your web. Let's turn that off. There. And all right. Well, where are you joining me from today? I would love to know. I am not seeing it come in yet. Okay. It's okay. We got this. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's have a look here inside my here. Aha. Okay, so it should be working for you now. Let me just update this. Make sure that it is, it's unlisted. I don't know why it did that. I changed it. So we're going to make this public so everyone can see. Give me a moment to just set everything up here, and then I will see here. There. And okay, done. We'll do that. Copy that. And then we'll just start fresh, okay? That is good. That is good. All right, that is good. And as soon as I save this, then everyone should be able to join us, which I truly appreciate. Okay, and where is it? This. Aha, there we go. Okay, and all right. And then here we've got okay. And all right, we're going to save. We're going to see if this works. I appreciate your patience, because then you should be able to, let's have a look here and see if we've got it live. It's taking a moment to save. We can do this. All right. Refresh. It should be live. It should be live. Changes saved. All right, let's see if it's on. Okay, it's looking like it's on my end here, but double check one last thing. Home. It's still not showing up. Aha, there we go. We are live. Wonderful. Welcome, everyone. I'm so excited. I'm going to be sharing everything that I know about creating your own evergreen YouTube marketing funnels that attract your perfect fit leads on autopilot 24/7. I'm going to share how I stumbled upon this, how it works, how my videos always tend to show up live insert or rank high insert so that you can do it as well, but also how to warm up your perfect audience and turn them into very excited hot buyers. Sorry, give me a second here while I catch my voice. Okay, perfect. So let me know in the comments. Let me just, let's see here. Go back here and let me know in the comments. Okay, there we go. So where are you watching from today? All right, let me know in the comments. I'm going to check in from time to time so that we can figure that out. I am now going to head over to my slides and I'm going to share everything that you need to know to set up your own evergreen YouTube marketing funnels so that you can attract your perfect leads on autopilot, whether you're working or not, or just enjoying life, right? Warming them up into hot buyers and, more importantly, your perfect customers. Whether you're selling your own product or you want to use the system to promote affiliate products or both. Okay, so here we go. So, all right, so here we are. Just get my slides going here. So this is your evergreen YouTube marketing blueprint, okay? We're going to turn your YouTube channels into a 24/7 lead magnet machine without chasing trends or burning out. And that is key. And I'm going to share why, because it happened to me and I really want to do everything I can to help you avoid that. So first of all, who am I? I'm Amanda Vander Gulik. Welcome. I have been on YouTube for over 15 years and I'm really excited to share this with you. Okay, so you're posting nonstop on social media, but it's not paying off, right? You're hoping that your posts will finally bring in your perfect clients, yeah? You're tired that likes never turn into leads, right? Or sales, even more importantly, and you don't want to spend a ton of money on ads, right? Just to get seen. You started your business because you wanted to create freedom. You wanted to create an impact, really make a positive difference in the world and serve your perfect clients. That's why you started this, not just to chase algorithms. So I'm going to show you how we can do making the algorithms happy while really focusing on those perfect leads that you warm up into your perfect clients. All right. Because what if marketing finally could just work for you instead of you constantly have to chase and make it work for it, right? All right. So this is the moment that literally changed everything for me. Yes, that is actually me in a coma in 2016 for 3 weeks. So what happened was, before my coma, I had a YouTube channel for over a decade. Or I suppose at that time, not quite a decade yet, about 7 or 8 years. And I had just kind of used it to post, different things to my different businesses. I had a teaching children about money business. I had a fun cake decorating ideas business. I was homeschooling my kids. We were doing these different things. I'm going to share a couple of them today. But I was really just using YouTube to just post content to my already people who were members of what I was doing. I wasn't using it as a marketing strategy. I never actually realized how powerful YouTube was until this happened. So in 2016, I developed pneumonia in both of my lungs. And I went to my local hospital. They wheeled me straight up into a room completely, oh my gosh, what is the word that I'm looking for? Isolated it, right? Nobody else could come in unless they put the whole hazmat suits on. And I was being monitored for a couple of days. My oxygen dropped so low that I literally have no memories of the time in that hospital, in our local hospital. It dropped below 80, which is life-threatening. the doctor on duty came in, because the nurse was like, oh my gosh, you've got to check on this lady. Came in, assessed what was happening, and knew that the only way to save my life was to get me to a hospital that had an ICU, that could have a staff member watching me, monitoring me 24/7, right? And she apparently asked me this. I have no recollection of it, but my wife was telling me about this after I recovered. Apparently, this is what happened. She had to ask my permission to move me, because in order to move me and keep me alive, they had to put me in a medically induced coma so that they could put me on a ventilator, like intubate me, and they had to completely paralyze my body for the transport, or else I wouldn't survive. And they told me, apparently at the time, which again, I have no recollection, because apparently you need oxygen to remember things. But she told me that it should only last for a couple of days, just for get me settled in the new hospital. And then they would bring me out of it, and then they could start helping me heal from the pneumonia. This was my reaction. Again, no recollection, but I can totally see myself doing this. So prior to getting sick, we had moved. There had been black mold where we had moved from, and then we cleaned it, right? So that would have stirred it up. We were doing a show. I was in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. I fell through the stage. I hit my chest. My daughter was dealing with strep throat, so I wasn't sleeping. I was awake taking care of her for like a week. I was completely exhausted and run down, and I developed pneumonia. It got so bad, like I said, I had to go to the hospital. They wheeled me straight up into that room. So when she asked me whether or not she could do this to save my life, apparently this is what I said. Oh my God, yes, sleep would be great. Thank you. I could totally see myself doing that. But again, I have no recollection. So what should have been a couple of days in a medically induced coma to get me to an ICU so that they could start healing me, my lungs completely failed. I developed what's called acute respiratory distress syndrome. My lungs wouldn't work on their own. They simply would not function on their own. I was only alive because the ventilator was keeping me alive, which is a story on its own. It caused a lot of scarring damage. And I was in that coma for 3 weeks. They were literally getting me ready to take me down to Toronto General, which is a specialized hospital for this respiratory type of thing, so they could do a blood transfusion or a blood bypass, where they would take it out of my arm, oxygenate it, so my lungs didn't have to do that, and then put it back in through my thigh. But just before they got the bed set up and ready for me, they literally had it ready, I started to show signs of waking up. So they were able to wake me up. They literally had to flip me upside down for 16 hours at a time, 3 times, to try to trigger and get my lungs to function. And it finally worked. I was given roughly between like a 20 and 40% chance of survival, closer to 20. And it was life-changing. Now, because I was on a ventilator, when your lungs stop functioning, they tighten up and they get hard. So imagine pumping air into these hard, tight muscles, right? It caused cracking and breaking. So I have over 60% of scarring in my lungs. So I woke up as a severely disabled lung person. So I had to completely live a different way. Now, it took me months to actually get strong enough to get back on my computer. My doctors flat out told me I would probably never work again. But I was an entrepreneur, and I'm like, well, that's just not going to work for me. I've got to find a way. I suffered tremendous PTSD. I actually have videos on my channel about my whole coma experience, all of this, the ICU psychosis nightmares I went through. Like, I'd never wish that on anybody. And I had to learn everything from scratch. I had to learn how to breathe, how to drink, how to eat, how to speak, how to start moving, how to walk. Like I literally had to learn everything from scratch. But the hardest part was knowing that they didn't think I'd ever fully recover, and more importantly, ever contribute financially to my family again. So when I was actually strong enough to sit up and look at my computer, I knew from history that if I didn't put energy into my business, it wasn't going to just work on its own. So I really thought I had killed my businesses. My teaching children about money business, my fun cake decorating ideas business, I figured they were just dead in the water. Didn't even dawn on me that I might have made like affiliate commissions in the meantime. So I was absolutely shocked when I woke up, got strong enough to actually grab my laptop and open it up and look at what had happened. My channel had been sending my perfect leads into my teaching children about money courses, into my fun cake decorating ideas ebooks and videos, even into I have books on Amazon. It was sending it there. I was making book sales, and it was sending traffic to affiliate products that I had been using my YouTube videos to share these affiliate products to my current customers, right? And it was doing it on autopilot. Now, it wasn't a ton. It was literally a couple $100s a month, but it was money that I didn't have to personally work for anymore. Like, I set it up one time and it kept working for me evergreen. Now, not every video did this, right? It was only a handful of videos out of the hundreds of videos that I had on my channel that were doing this, that were working evergreen, attracting my perfect leads and converting them into warm buyers. So that I was making not just ad revenue, but I was making sales for my ebooks and my courses and my affiliate products, right? All on autopilot. And it gave me so much hope because I'd been told I'd never work again. I would never contribute financially to my family ever again. I would be forever dependent on others. And that is heartbreaking to know that as much as they love you, you're just going to be a burden, right? And so this gave me hope. I knew that, well, if it worked accidentally for a couple of videos, and it didn't work for the majority of them, I must have accidentally done something right with those videos that were driving the traffic, right? So since I can't do anything else right now, I'm going to spend my time learning about YouTube marketing, about SEO, about getting my videos to rank, but also how to warm up my perfect leads, like to attract only my perfect leads, warm them up so that they feel like they know me, they like me, they trust me, they want to buy from me because they honestly know that I will provide the solution they need. And so I spent a couple years really deep diving and learning all these things. And so like that was the moment that changed everything. It gave me hope. I knew that no matter what the doctors had told me, I could still be in control of my life and I could still contribute to my family and not be a burden. And trust me, there were not many people who survived what I went through back in 2016. After COVID, they got a little more familiar with acute respiratory distress syndrome, since a lot of people suffered that. Ventilators tend to trigger that. But it was just like, now I had a way out for myself. But then I got so inspired. I'm like, I am sure I'm not the only person in the world who has had life hit them hard, right? Let me know in the comments if you agree that I am not the only person in the world who has life just sideswiped them, all right? And so it became my mission. I knew I could no longer bake and decorate cakes. I physically didn't have the capacity. I still can't really cook. My wife has to do all the cooking because my lungs just really don't appreciate any steam. Like, I literally can only take a bath or a shower once a week because the steam is so overwhelming for my lungs. It's very embarrassing to admit that, but it just is what it is. And it was such a rare thing to overcome that they put me in a COPD clinic because they said, we actually don't have a rehab for ARDS because most people never leave the hospital. Right? Like, how crazy is that? And so this was the hope that I needed. And so I started building it, but I started building it no longer interested in really focusing on those two niches. As much as I love, inspiring cake decorators and definitely want to help parents raise money smart and, young entrepreneurs. Absolutely. My own kids were all grown up, right? And I wanted to focus on helping families create passive income, doing what they love creating that positive influence in the world, setting things up so that you're doing the work one time, but you're earning over and over again. So you have the time freedom to be with your family, right? And you're attracting only the clients you actually want to work with and not drain you. Like, waking up as a physically disabled person with very limited energy. Trust me, by the end of this training, I'm going to sound like Mickey Mouse or Minnie Mouse. And you realize that you really have to be careful with the work that you put in. So I only ever create something that I know is going to work for me going forward. And I want to inspire you. So that is what I'm going to share with you today. I'm going to share everything that I learned that gets my videos not only to rank in the top search results on YouTube and on Google for free, but how to warm up those leads into like the best customers you've ever had, but also how to just attract only those people you want to serve. All right. And yes, that is me and my lovely nurse at the time. That's the very first time I stood up after the coma. And I'm smiling because I actually got to go to the bathroom on my own. It was the most excruciating, exhausting thing ever, but it felt so good to be in control of something so personal, right? Oh my gosh, if anybody is a nurse, I love you so much. I don't know how I would have gotten through without nurses. All right, so this is my channel, and I'm going to share the journey that I went on with my channel just to show you. And you'll see some interesting things happening here and why I'm so excited about what you see. So my channel was a total mishmash. I was only using it as a portal for my current members and clients. So I wasn't really looking at it from the marketing perspective. And so I posted everything on one channel. When I started my channel in 2007, you didn't have multiple channels. You would just have like what we called sub-channels that are now called playlists. And so I had, a playlist for my cake decorating videos. And I had a playlist for my teaching children about money videos and trainings. And I had different playlists for the different affiliate products that I was promoting to help those two businesses, right? And my children, I was homeschooling them. And so they wanted to put videos up. So I had like special channels or sub-channels, playlists for them as well. So as far as an algorithm is considered, my channel is a mess. And yet, even though my videos were across different niches, which should totally confuse the algorithm and not give you a hope in, those handful of videos were ranking and attracting perfect leads for each of those niches automatically because I'd accidentally done a couple of things right. Crazy. So I would never recommend starting a channel with a whole bunch of different niches. Maybe just, have one focused niche and a broader area around it, but don't go, from cake decorating to keep teaching kids to, abundance mentality and whatever. So this is what happened. You can see in 2007, I had, no traffic, but that's when I uploaded a couple of my first videos. And then this is where ads came in. So roughly in around 2011, 2012 is when I started earning some ad revenue. When I started YouTube, you didn't have to apply to be part of the partner program. Everybody could just be part of it. So as soon as I started my channel, I just said, yep, go ahead. And then I forgot about it because I wasn't earning any ads. But then suddenly I had uploaded one video in particular, and it was called How to Bake a Cake. And I had done a couple of things accidentally correctly. I had called it How to Bake a Cake. I opened the video with, welcome, and today I'm going to show you how to bake a cake. And at the end, and that's how to bake a cake. I put it in the description of my video, and I put it in the tag section of my video. And in the comments, I was like, did you find it helpful learning how to bake a cake? I had no idea that I was doing what was called YouTube SEO. I'm just a really logical person, and I'm like, well, the video is about how to bake a cake. It never even dawned on me to call it, my favorite vanilla sponge cake recipe, right? I had no idea that I had accidentally hit a market of people who were like, how to bake a cake. And they were finding me. And because I happened to make my video in such a way that kept viewers watching all the way through the end. I was adding little tips. I was letting them know what was coming up. There were lots of little things I was doing right that I didn't know I was doing right, that just kind of accidentally did right, that got people watching all the way through the end and offering what it said it would offer. Like, it wasn't clickbait. It was actually delivering what I promised in the thumbnail and in the title, right? And so YouTube liked that. And so it started to trigger the algorithm. And when somebody would type in how to bake a cake, it would show mine, because there were not many other people with videos how to bake a cake. They would be like chocolate cake, vanilla cake. I happened to randomly hit a key phrase that people were searching for. So in about 2012, I started earning ads, and it was really, really cool because I was earning like 20 cents a month. I know you're like, whoopee. At that time, because I love passive income so much, I'm like, this is so cool. I spent $20, roughly, give or take, on the ingredients to bake that cake. It took me roughly 3 hours to film, bake, edit. Actually, I didn't even bother editing much. I just put a couple of words on, and I had my ex-husband do that at the time. Upload it and just let it do its thing, right? So I'm like, 3 hours, $20 investment. And now very consistently, every single month, I'm earning 20 cents. I was like, this is cool. This is ROI. This is passive income. If I make enough videos like this, and you can imagine that would be a lot of videos, this could work for me. I could just live off of ad revenue. And so, okay, ads started trickling in. I started getting excited. But again, I wasn't using it for marketing. I was just like, I'll make these videos for my members and then I'll earn ad revenue. This is cool. Then Jason Moffat, one of my friends and online marketing mentors, he on his Facebook posted, let's do a 90-day YouTube challenge. And I'm like, I'm in. What is it? And he said, let's post one video every single day for 90 days. And so I was like, yeah, that sounds fun. And I'm homeschooling my kids. And I was a big believer in creating your own curriculum. So I said to my kiddos, Mommy's going to do this thing. I'm going to post one video every single day for 90 days on my channel. Do you guys want to do that too as like a homeschooling project? You'll learn how to script videos, how to record, how to edit, how to upload. Like, you're going to learn a lot of things, right? Which is how I liked teaching them, where I was encompassing all these different learning methodologies in one thing. And so they were both really excited. They're like, yeah. So not only did I post one video every single day for 90 days, and don't worry, you are not going to need to do this, but it taught me something. I ended up posting 3 videos every single day for 90 days. And of course, as mom, and my kids were really young still, Mom did most of the editing and uploading and filming. They created the content, but they had so much fun. I was exhausted after 90 days, and Jason actually told me we were the only ones who completed the challenge, but it did something massive for my channel. So I don't know if you can see here, but you can see how the ads started relatively slow. So that 20 cents a month, right? It suddenly jumped up, and all those years afterwards, you can see that straight line. I was consistently earning, just on that one video, $20 a month in ad revenue alone, right? I was also sometimes promoting some affiliate things, and I had my own ebook, but just on ads, I was earning $20 very consistently every single month for years. And it was because of that 90-day challenge. And it didn't just help that video. It helped my kids' videos. It helped the different niches I was in. My teaching children about money videos. I had a cartoon that ended up getting like 60,000 views suddenly. And the cake video has literally over 6 million views by now, right? So, but it was the concept. I'm like, I spent $20 making this cake, 3 hours of my time. And now I'm earning 100% return on investment every single month. I'm like, you can't get better than this. Like, this is brilliant. Now I was really excited at the concept of, I just need to post more videos and make this ad revenue, because this is really cool. Make the work one time, get paid over and over. I like that. And I started considering using my videos in funnels as well, so that I was still attracting my members through my other methods, but then I would send them to videos that would warm them up and start getting them ready to buy, right? Which is why I was making money in my coma. So the next thing happened, my coma. which completely changed my world, as I mentioned. And then I spent time learning. What did I do right? What did I do wrong? Because I did a lot of things wrong. What was working for other people? Like, I dove in deep. And then I started testing all this SEO, literally just taking my older videos and updating the titles, the descriptions, the tags, the comments, the thumbnails. I just updated those. I didn't even, re-upload the video. It was still just the same video. And it triggered it. Suddenly, just that how to bake a cake video was earning like $100 a month. I was like, oh my God, this is huge. For a $20 investment, is now earning me $100 a month. This is crazy. And you can see that as I was testing the up and down, up and down, up and down, every time I would test this and test that, and then it would drop, and then it would build, and then it would drop, and then it would build. And I was starting to learn over and over again. Okay, so this thumbnail strategy works. This kind of title works. This kind of description works. I need to do this particular thing with the tagging. Now, most experts out there are going to tell you, don't even worry about tags. I have a different thought on that, because I've found literally over the years, it does make a difference. Is it the only difference? No, absolutely not. Can you go without it? Absolutely you can. But if you use it the way that I teach it to my students, it will get you ranking a lot faster. So it is important. So that was my testing period. And then guess what happened? COVID, right? Boom, suddenly people can't go out and buy a cake. Right? For birthdays, for anniversaries, for graduations. Now they have to bake it themselves. Well, guess what they're typing in? Because they don't even know, what kind of cake they want to bake. They're just typing in how to bake a cake. There I am. Right? That one video alone skyrocketed. I was literally getting over 1 million views every year on that video for years consistently. It was insane. And during that time period, like those, 3-4 months of COVID, the main big scary part of it, that one video alone was earning $400 a month on a $20 investment. And that was just ads, never mind, the affiliate commissions and the books and stuff like that, which I wasn't doing much with because, like I said, I wasn't really focusing on using it for marketing. And so I was just like blown away. I happened to have something that I'd set up accidentally correctly that happened to be perfectly primed for when life hit us hard. Pretty cool, right? Not that life hit us hard. So then I changed my focus. So first, after my coma, all I did was spend time testing, learning. And during that time, I was recreating my mission. I wanted to teach other entrepreneurs like myself, like you, how to make their YouTube videos work for them and be that lead magnet, attracting your perfect customers, your perfect leads automatically, whether you're there or not, warming them up to be excited to buy from you, whether it's your own product or an affiliate product, because they know you now, they like you, they trust you because you're constantly providing them value, right? So I changed my focus, and by changing my focus, I confused the algorithm again. And so my views and my ad revenue went down, which was fine. I started to rebuild. And you can see that now the algorithm is starting to learn that my main niche is YouTube marketing, YouTube SEO, evergreen marketing, right? But that is the story. So over that time period, you can see that I earned roughly almost $14,000 in ad revenue alone, which sounds amazing until you realize it took me like 15 plus years to earn $13,000 or $14,000, right? So maybe not something you can rely on to live off of, but it gives you a purpose and a reason, which is super excited. I'm just going to quickly check and see what comments we've got. So Tony just managed to get in. Wonderful. And okay, so Niche Income Secrets. I was listening to your story. Very moving. So happy everything's turning out right. Beautiful story. Oh, thank you for overcoming challenges. Umberto is, also in there. Love the story. And from Niche Income Secrets. That's great. I'm so glad you're getting value out of this. And this is just the icing on the top. Oh my gosh. You're going to love as we dive in, and I'm going to teach you exactly how to do this, but not have to take like 15 years to do it, right? How about being able to do this in just 1 month? That would be pretty cool, right? Okay, so this is just an example of a handful of my videos. I just wanted to show you what happens when you do this, when you intentionally use YouTube SEO and YouTube engagement tactics. You start ranking. You can see I'm ranking in the top search results on both YouTube and Google. Again, this is just a handful. I didn't want to like overwhelm you with page after page after page. Besides, you're probably more interested in not just knowing, okay, so Amanda did this. Can it work for you? Can it work for someone else, right? And you can see here my tagging and how well, like each video, it blows me away constantly how well and how consistently each video now ranks. And more importantly, attracts my perfect leads. So like I said, this doesn't just work for me, it worked for my students too. So I did a first test round of beta students because I wanted to make sure that this was going to work regardless of your niche, right? Regardless of your skill level with being on camera or not being on camera. And a little insider secret, you don't actually have to be on camera to use this. You will create more loyal fans long-term if you are on camera, if you are the face of your company, but you don't have to be. And that is great for people who are nervous about being on camera, or literally it's just not part of their business plan. So this will work for you whether or not you're on camera. This is Connor Hebel. He was my alpha student, my very first student. And I am so proud of him now. So Connor, this is his channel. His business is Microgreens. And he started his business when he was just 13 years old. He was born with autoimmune issues, and microgreens were part of his healing journey. And so he got very excited about them. And then he wanted to share microgreens with others. He discovered that, they had tremendous gut nutrition value and what was a major path to his healing. He began selling fresh microgreens daily to local restaurants and stores, and he would go to farmers markets and he would sell them there. And then his mom reminded him, because he had a goal, he didn't want to just grow microgreens and sell them. He wanted to empower people with the knowledge of what microgreens can do for them and inspire them to grow their own so they can reduce garbage, they can save money, and they can know that they have the best quality of microgreens. So his mom said the goal wasn't to create more work, right, for himself, but to empower others to grow their own food. So he switched gears and he started selling microgreen kits instead. He started to help families grow their own microgreens. He had parents come to him and go, oh my God, my child never ate veggies until we started growing microgreens. And then they were so excited to get to the stage where they could cut them, which is just 7 days later, and eat them, right? My cat Abby says hello to you, by the way. All right, so he just loved hearing all the success stories he was having from his students. And he realized that, yeah, his mission wasn't selling the microgreens, it was selling the kits so that he could empower others. And so he started selling them, but he started selling them at farmers markets, which again took a ton of time because first of all, he had to educate people on why microgreens were healthy for them and then motivate them to want to grow their own, right? So he would exhaust himself completely, especially because he was still dealing with different health challenges. And so he was very intrigued when he saw what I was doing on my YouTube channel, and he wanted to learn everything he could and build his own YouTube funnel, his Evergreen funnel, so that he could sell his kits without exhausting himself, because he would tell me that it would take him roughly 10-15 minutes per person to get them interested in even considering buying a kit. And now he could speak one to many. He could speak to thousands of people, warm them up, find out, attract only his perfect leads, and sell his kits on autopilot, right? I'm so proud of him. He's like 21 now. He is such an inspiration. And the cool part is his videos changed his status. From the outside world's perspective, he was the authority when it came to microgreens because of his channel. He applied for different grants and he got accepted because they looked at his channel. They saw how professional he was. They saw how well his videos were doing. And so he actually caught Petco's attention to open the doors to putting his pet microgreens in their stores. And he got a grant, a small business grant from the National FedEx Small Business Grants, so that he could make his packaging more eco-friendly. And all of these things were because of the authority he was building with his YouTube channel. It's amazing. So I'll share another story in a little bit about how my daughter actually used her authority to get a friend of ours a book deal because of her channel. So you're going to want to hear that one. So here are some of his videos and how they're ranking on both YouTube and Google in the top search results for free, right? These rankings are free. You're not paying for ads, but you're giving the algorithm what it needs. You're giving the viewers what they need that makes the algorithm want to promote yours, right? And here is Paul Briley. So he was part of my first round of beta students after we tested everything on Connor. Then I opened the doors to about 10 other students, and I wanted to test and make sure this would work for every niche. So this is Paul from Medfire Media. He is just I love him. He's amazing. And he helps businesses get their business. Oh my gosh, I'm losing my words. This is part of the side effect of having ARDS. Here, I'll just read it to you instead. So he tried again and again to build something meaningful, but kept stalling. Right? He started projects with excitement, but then he would get lost in overthinking and perfectionism. He finally simplified his approach and focused on progress over polish, and things changed fast for him. He learned to create, refine, keep moving, even when it wasn't perfect, because that was a big stopping point. I really teach my students, perfect is not done, right? Just get it done. You can get perfect later, right? And that shift gave him a momentum. So here are some of his videos that rank. So his business is about helping online businesses offline businesses in the health niche, health doctor specialists in like plastic surgery and in massage and different health strategy or health businesses. I am so sorry. This is part of my daily life. My brain does not brain. I often say my brain's not braining, but for reputation management. And so he ranks his videos now attracting his perfect leads, the customers who want him to help monitor their online reputation, especially doctors in the healthcare niche. They want to make sure, because if there's one bad review, it kills their business. So he has the systems, the softwares, the systems in place to make sure that your online reputation stays good and that you're getting the good comments and the good feedback. So he's really cool. I really love Paul. This is Thuy, and Thuy teaches English to Vietnamese, and she's just, oh my gosh, she is just a rocket when it comes to getting things done. I am so proud of her. And if I was Vietnamese and wanted to learn English, she would be the one I would go to. And so she started unsure. She told me that she started unsure. She was just kind of creating videos here and there, but very few people saw them or engaged with them. And she wanted her channel to look professional, right? And more importantly, to reach the right people, the right students for her. But she didn't know how. So by focusing on clarity, right, using what I'm teaching you guys today, and structure, she began creating faster and more intentionally, right? We go from accidental to intentional. So her channel absolutely transformed. I'm so proud of her. She's getting longer watch times. She's connecting deeply. And today she's confidently teaching English to Vietnamese learners around the world, one video at a time. I don't have to overthink anymore, she says. I just follow the steps, create, and keep going. And then here are some of her videos that are ranking on YouTube and Google. And then this is Donna Fox. You might know her. She was one of the co-founders of Groove Funnels. She was also part of Kartra and all kinds of online business platforms. I'm really proud. She's a dear friend of mine. And she started an art channel. She wanted to shift directions from marketing and really focus on her passion, which is creating art and inspiring people through art. So this is her channel. She had years of marketing experience. She knew traffic, she knew SEO, she knew funnels. But when she started her new channel for her art channel, right, her art business, she wanted to do it the right way. So she reached out to me. She's like, Amanda, before I get this started, I want to make sure I set things up right so that I'm only attracting the people I want to work with, right? And so she began applying clear, simple strategies. She like outranks people for Inktober, for urban sketching, like all these different things that she wants to rank for. She's got the most cool Mori months. You should totally look her up at some point and look up her Mori months. It's like a diary, but through art. It's so cool. And within weeks, she was waking up seeing new subscribers. She would message me, Amanda, I've got 5 more subscribers today. Oh, I got 10 more today. She got so excited. And for her, the excitement returned. Creating felt fun again. She'd been worn out and drained out with the marketing world. And this finally gave her hope and momentum. It was her path forward. So now she's growing her art channel with confidence. She says, every morning my subscriber count ticks up and I can't wait to see where I'll be a year from now. It's been such a pleasure. And look at all her videos ranking on YouTube and on Google, again, for free, simply using these strategies. Okay, so now that you've seen what's possible, right? You know it's possible. You know it's worked for me. You know it's worked for my students. Can it work for you? Of course it can, as long as you follow the systems. So today I'm going to show you how to use my Evergreen YouTube Marketing Blueprint so that you can rank your videos fast on YouTube and on Google, even if you're starting from scratch. And I'll explain how that works and why that works in a moment. And you're going to attract your perfect leads automatically so that you spend less time chasing and more time creating. This is going to help you turn your videos into an evergreen system that will run for you 24/7, which I love, and bring in views, leads, sales long after you hit publish, right? That's the key. So that you're not just constantly posting content and they disappear in the feed and they don't actually convert your leads, right? We're going to simplify your entire marketing process using tools and strategies that will do the heavy lifting for you so that you can build that real trust and connection with your perfect leads through your videos. And the best thing is it doesn't have to be over the top. It can be simple. My video today is very simple. Go with simple. Make things perfect later. All right. Quick housekeeping before I dive deep into the training part of it, because I want to make sure you get the most out of it. Please do silent your phone. Let anybody else around you know that you are going to be focused for the next, 45 minutes as we go through this training. Okay. Close any other tabs you've got open so you're not getting distracted. Give yourself this focus time. I'm only going to have this up for a couple of days, and I don't know if the replay will work. I've had it multiple times where I was recording and then it didn't actually record. So pay attention. All right. Stay engaged. Communicate with me. Leave messages in the chat. I will take a look at the chat from time to time. And then don't actually worry about taking notes. Instead, I want you to write blueprint in the comments, in the chat, or in the comments on the video. And I will send you the link to the blueprint after we're finished the training, okay? All right, I promise I'm gonna make this worth your time. So, like I mentioned, so this is a gift for you that I'm going to create that blueprint for you after the training, and then I will send it to you as long as you comment blueprint in the comments. Okay, so who am I and why should you even care, right? Well, I've spent over 15 years on YouTube, growing one channel to over 7 million views with over 50,000 subscribers, right? Across multiple niches. And that's the kicker. I don't know any other channel that ranks as well with so many different niches. And again, it's not something I would ever recommend because it's a lot faster if you just have one niche. And nowadays you would just have multiple channels if you had different niches. But this is what happened to me. I considered breaking them into different channels, but I had to focus on one because of my lungs. It's just part of my life. So yeah, I've ranked in cake decorating, money smart kids, mindset, entrepreneurship, all on one channel. And like I said, even my kids' videos rank years later. They're a little embarrassed because they were little kids then and now they're grown-ups, but I've asked them if they would like me to remove it, and they're just like, no, it's okay. All right. I have been featured on Radio Disney, Rogers TV, the Costco Connections magazine in Canada. They liked it so much. It went over so well. They asked if they could reprint it for the US the next month, which was really cool. I've been invited to speak at colleges like Durham College and the North House, which is like a youth center that we have here, and to do workshops. I've been on numerous podcasts and online summits, and like with companies like Mind Movies, and Mike Filsame brings me on quite often for his Groove and his Scale business. And this happened again. All these things, I didn't ever do any PR. I never reached out to anybody. It was only because of my channel that I was asked to be a speaker on all these different things, to be in the newspapers, to be on TV. Like all these things are because of my channel, because my channel gave me authority and I was ranking. I was coming up when they were looking for someone to look for, right? I still remember the day that Disney Radio called me. I was in a hotel room. We were traveling. And my cell phone rang and I was, sitting down. So I'm answering, hi, good afternoon, Amanda speaking. Hi, this is Radio Disney and we wanted to interview. And I'm like, okay, so it's a crank call, first of all, right? Because why would Disney be calling me? But no, it was real. I literally almost fell off my chair. I was like, Disney is calling me? Like, this is insane. And that was for my Teaching Children About Money niche. And I was like, this is huge that this can happen just because you happen to post a couple of videos on YouTube and you do it in such a way that people really find value. So it's so cool. So today, again, after surviving a life-threatening coma, my mission is now to teach entrepreneurs like yourself how to do the same thing intentionally instead of accidentally, because we know life tends to like to throw us curveballs from time to time. So we want to prepare ourselves so that we're not worried when that happens. So why YouTube? Okay, so because you could do social media marketing all over the place. The difference is that YouTube will work for you 24/7 for years. YouTube is actually just a search engine. People go to YouTube to find solutions. They don't go to Facebook or X or Twitter or LinkedIn. They don't go to those for solutions. They go there for entertainment, for connection. So when you post on those social media, those posts just get lost down in your feed. Sometimes actually literally get deleted. And so it's not working for you. You have to work it in the moment, grab the lead, and then hope that they'll stick with you, but you can't really warm them up the same way. And it definitely won't work for you for years on autopilot. Now, why is YouTube such a strong, powerful search engine? Because it's owned by Google. So think about this. If you go to Google and you search a topic, you want to know, how to build a cabinet, right? So you search how to build a cabinet. Hi, Abby. She wants to say hello again. So you want to search how to build a cabinet. Well, what does YouTube do? Or what does Google do? It shows videos because it's learned over the years that people want visual answers over other types of answers. And if it has to choose videos, it wants to choose its own videos, right? Instead of choosing a video on Vimeo or on, Webinar Jam or wherever else on Zoom, it's going to choose its own videos first. So take a look next time you search, you're going to see that all the videos that are showcased at the top are YouTube videos. It wants people to be on their platforms because they make money when they can show ads on Google and on YouTube. But the beautiful thing is, if you give them what they need, they will do this for you for free. So not only can you market your business for free, you actually can get paid to market your business for free, right? If you get ads on your videos, you're literally getting paid to market your business. Now, there are times you want to turn that off, but isn't that amazing? It's so cool. And each video will get discovered for years, as long as you're focusing on solutions that are relevant for years, right? Don't go after trends, go after long-term solutions, okay? You use trends once in a while as a strategy, but it's not your main strategy. It's definitely not your main strategy. You want longevity. You want a foundation that is strong. This is going to build trust while you rest. One video can literally generate hundreds of perfect leads on autopilot. It's so exciting. So most businesses do burn out on social media, relying on random content instead of a proven system. Random videos and posts that never get discovered, right? Constantly having to post, which is exhausting, even if you don't have a lung problem, right? No clear strategy. So they're constantly like, what do I post next? What do I post next? No idea, right? So the key is we want to create searchable, binge-worthy videos like Netflix, right? That attract our perfect leads and keep working for us long after we post them. Okay, so this is, of course, when everything clicked for me. I finally had a system that worked. It had no more guesswork. I'd figured it out. I could create simple evergreen funnels, simple evergreen strategies, simple evergreen business, right? Consistent leads, consistent income, freedom to step away when needed or wanted, right? This is what I'm going to be showing you. We're going to dive deep now into the balancing act, okay? The balancing act of giving the algorithm what it needs and giving your viewers what they need, all right? These are the two sides of the equation that you have to have in balance. Because if one is stronger than the other, sure, you might rank, but everybody drops off your video. It's not going to convert, right? And if you convert really well, but nobody sees it, it really doesn't matter. You need to have both, all right? So we're going to give the algorithm what it needs so that your videos get promoted and discovered. And then we're going to give your viewers what they need so you can warm them up, make them feel like they know you, they like you, they trust you, they come to you when they're ready to get the solution they're looking for, okay? Let me just check and see if you have any other comments while I'm in here. Oh, Blueprint, yes, I will get that to you after today's training. Thank you. Okay, so this is the fine balance of YouTube marketing. To truly win on YouTube, you do have to master both sides, but it's not difficult. It's not difficult. It's just a system. And you don't have to figure it all out on your own because I've already done that for you and I've tested it for you. So it works in any niche, all right? On the algorithm side, we need to understand how YouTube decides what to promote, right? And so then we need to optimize our videos so that it chooses our videos over other people's videos to promote. Right? So we come up first. Then we have to look at the audience side. We need to create content that really connects with them. It builds that trust. It naturally leads them to the sale, right? And when you do balance both, then YouTube will do the heavy lifting for you, which is amazing. And they even pay you for it. Pretty cool. So that is the key to turning your channel actually evergreen. So now let's dive into the two sides. I'm going to give you two things that you need to do on both sides that are going to massively improve your own evergreen funnels. All right. So the first one is we need to give the algorithm what it needs. So your videos do get discovered, watched, promoted automatically. So the first thing we need to give the algorithm is clarity. It needs to understand, well, who is my perfect lead, right? Who is it? Before you record, you need to do some research. I use tools like vidIQ to see what are people actually searching for. You can also do long tail keyword search. And how you would do that is you would go to Google or to YouTube, type in your niche. So in my case, if I were to type in how to bake a cake, a drop down comes up and it will show me in that drop down the top 10 phrases that people tend to search for in that topic. So in my case, if I did how to bake a cake, I might see things like how to bake a cake from scratch, how to bake a cake at home, how to bake a cake as a beginner, right? So you're using that drop down as, oh, Google has already figured out and YouTube have already figured out for us what the most likely search is that you're wanting to look for based on what people in the past have already looked for. So it's a great way to check and see what your main focus should be without having to guess. It's telling you right there. And then you can go deeper in what I call the alphabet version of it. How to bake a cake, space A. What comes up? At home. How to bake a cake, space B. How to bake a cake for beginners. how to bake a cake space C, right? And so on. You go through the entire alphabet and take note, write down the ones that are relevant, right? Only make videos that are relevant to what you're offering. Then you go to the front of it and you do space, how to bake a cake. Well, what options come up, right? With microgreens, for example, it might be healthy vegetables for my pets, or what microgreens should I grow for my pets? The idea is that the key phrase, that how to bake a cake or that microgreens, is the key phrase. You want to know what's on the front end, what's on the back end, because those are the things you're going to focus on to get your channel to be the authority for it. And then you're going to intentionally structure a series of videos around that one main topic. So with my how to bake a cake, it would be like how to bake a cake at home, how to bake a cake from scratch. And then I would lay those out. How to bake a cake for beginners. Okay, well, you'll need this tool and this tool and this tool, right? Or how to bake a cake that I can layer, I can stack. How to bake a cake, or it can even go one further and then be along the lines of, the best icings after I learn how to bake a cake, things like that. With microgreens, it might be like microgreen growing tips. And then maybe it's, what microgreens are the most nutritional, are there microgreens for my pets? But you're still focusing on the main key phrase as a series with next logical videos for them to watch next. We want to keep them binge watching. That triggers the algorithm to go, wow, not only do these videos actually cover what they promise, right? We're actually delivering value based on what we promise in the thumbnail and the title, but people actually like them. They stick around, they give them a like, they leave a comment, and they watch another video. So they stay on our platform and we get to earn ad revenue. They like that, right? So that's what we're doing. We're intentionally creating series that make sense for the viewer and for the algorithm. All right. And this way, YouTube will instantly know what your channel authority is and who, more importantly, who to actually show it to it. If it was a microgreens video and it noticed people really like junk food, it's probably not going to show it to them, right? But if it notices that Connor was dealing with health issues and microgreens healed it, and people who are watching it are also looking for healthy alternatives to healing, then that's probably who it's going to show it to, right? So that's the beauty of it. So we build videos around real search intent, not just what we think is going to be looked for. We look at it, we do the research, all right? Not just random video ideas. And then the second part is engagement triggers, right? We need to craft titles and thumbnails that make the audience stop, right? So the thumbnail is to like stop the scroll, like, oh my gosh, what is that? Then they look at the title and then they decide, ooh, I need to see that, or oh, that's not for me, right? So we want to make sure that it stops the scroll with a thumbnail, that it perfectly aligns with our perfect lead in the title, so that only those people, like if I had a picture, a thumbnail of Connor with microgreens and he's going, oh, and he's got like, I don't know, a rocket going off in the background, people like NASA, right? He has a video like that. People be like, what's going on? It's more like that clickbank wow factor, right? What's going on? And then they read in the title what NASA knows about microgreens that you don't. Then only the people who are actually interested in knowing what they know about microgreens, not just what they know about space travel, are going to watch the video. And then in the video, he actually explains what they know about microgreens that then benefits people here on Earth, right? So we're doing it all intentionally. We're also going to use open loops. So an open loop is like what I said earlier about my daughter. My daughter's channel ranked for authority and actually caused a friend of ours to get a book deal. And then I was going to tell you that in a little bit, which I will. That is an open loop. So if that is intriguing to you, you want to stick around because you're kind of curious, how did that happen? What happened there, right? And you make it related to what you're talking about, right? If I just randomly said, and stick around because I'm going to show you why the sky is not actually blue, you'd be like, what does that have to do with YouTube marketing, right? So open loops that draw curiosity, keep the pacing, keep people excited and really engaged. And you have to deliver on it later, but never tell them, I'll tell you at the end of the video, because what will they do? Scroll to the end just to find out that piece and be gone. Well, that's not helpful, right? So open-ended loops that you do close. That's going to help people stick around. And so you literally just say, in a moment, I'm going to share this really related thing that you're really going to want to know about, right? That's it. And then drop a natural call to action. So you'll often see on YouTube, YouTubers will be like, subscribe, a comment and, buy this thing all at once. That's too much. That's way too much. I asked you to comment blueprint, right? And you can do that right now in the comments if you'd like to have all the slides, the whole blueprint for what I'm teaching today, so you can take that and then actually build out your own funnel, right? So if you want that, write blueprint in the comments. So that's one call to action. I'm asking you to do one thing. Later on, I might ask you, has this been helpful? Let me know if it's been helpful. Give me, let me know, right? And then they might like your video, right? And then if near the end, you're like, oh my gosh, if this was so helpful, who do you know who you could share this with, right? So maybe you're asking them to share. Maybe you're asking them to leave a comment. Have you ever felt this way? Whatever it is, space it throughout the video. Don't give people a whole bunch of choices at once, because when we have a whole bunch of choices, it's overwhelming. And what do we end up doing? We don't make a choice at all. So you need to strategically line up your call to actions and know in advance before you make the video, what is the main purpose of this video? Is it to make sales? Is it to get likes? Is it to get subscribers? Like, what is it? You make that choice before you make the video. All right. And this way, what we're doing is we're actually training the algorithm so that it understands, oh, these topics get longer watch time. So people that are interested in this kind of thing will really like your channel. So every time they are looking at something, I'm going to recommend your videos to them. That's what we want. So that's the algorithm side. Oh, give me oh, yes, I see your blueprint. I will get that to you after Niche Income Secrets. Awesome. Sorry, I just had to wet my palette there. Okay. So then the second part of it is give your leads what they need, right? We need to build trust first. So how do we do that? By showing up consistently, sharing our stories, our experiences, and the experiences of our customers, our clients, right? Share lessons, really give from the heart. Your story can literally impact somebody else's life in a really positive way. Your leads also need to have multiple points of interaction before they ever even consider buying from you. Why do you think Coca-Cola spends millions of dollars on ads? They don't expect you to see an ad and go buy it. They're indoctrinating your brain to be like, when I'm thirsty, when I'm ready, I'm going to go buy Coke. Now, don't do that because it's really, really bad for you. But, right, that's what they're doing. And so on average, a person needs to see your message 7 times before they build enough know, like, and trust with you that they choose you over everybody else, every other solution, for you to help them solve their problem. And so we do that by sharing different videos, different aspects, all related to what they're interested in, to build that knowledge. And long form videos give you that opportunity. Shorts, sure, they might help boost your channel a little bit, but they're not going to build know, like, and trust the way that long form videos do. So long form are the videos that you see like this that are literally longer than like a minute. So usually between like 3 minutes to 30 minutes or longer, right? As long as you're providing value, people often ask, how long should my video be? As long as it needs to be to share what you need to share and no more. That's it. It could be 3 minutes. It could be 20. It could be an hour. Whatever it is that you need to share that is going to help your viewer. That's your timeline. All right. Share relatable wins and struggles so that your viewers feel seen. Like, I've been in a coma. You may never have been in a coma, but I'm sure you've had something happen in your life. I could probably relate to that, right? Even if I'd never been in that situation, because I've been in a struggle, right? I've been in quite a few other struggles, but we'll deal with those on other videos. All right. And focus on helping rather than selling. So the idea is the selling just becomes the natural next step. They're not going to just Nobody wants to be a salesperson. Nobody wants to be sold by a salesperson. We'd rather go see a movie that our friend really enjoyed than have, companies bash our brains with all these ads. It works, but we need to see it a lot before it works. But if a friend says, oh my gosh, I saw this thing, it really hit home, you have got to see that. You are so much more likely to trust them because you've already built know, like, and trust with your friend. And you know that they're not going to recommend it to you unless they really loved it and they really think it's going to be valuable for you as well, right? Well, when you're online and you don't know these people, who are these people trying to sell you something? You put up, self-protection. They need to first actually break through that barrier by solving a problem for you. And if they solve a problem for you, like after this training today, you're going to walk away and have some tools that you can use to build your own evergreen funnels. So you're probably going to like me a little bit because you're going to be like, wow, she didn't have to share this, but she did. Now you may not like me, that's up to you. But the point is, I'm giving you stuff that you can actually use. All right. So focus on helping, not selling. And that's what will create the connection. And let your personality shine. Like, don't be afraid of who you are. Honestly, after a while, when you start editing your videos, you don't even care what you look like. You don't care if you have a pimple here. You don't care if your makeup is a little smeared. You really just don't care anymore because you know that your audience only cares about what you give them. That really is all they care about. Okay, so then the next part is we need to inspire that conversion, right? It's great to make them happy with us, but we still need sales. We're still running a business. So we want to use soft, assumptive languages and soft, assumptive calls to action. We don't want to push your viewer. We want to naturally guide them forward to the next solution. Sorry, my brain, again, not braining. The next solution that is the next natural step for them. We want to assume that they're going to want this thing. We're going to assume that we've helped them so much that they're going to want this. So we're going to talk in a way that assumes it. And when people feel that feeling of, oh, it's assumed that I'm going to do this next step, oftentimes we just kind of assume it too. It's how our brains work. And that's why you only use it for good. Only ever use it for good. Honestly, karma is a real thing. If you use it for bad, it's going to come back at you. Only actually give real value. And then assume they're going to want to work with you because you gave them everything you could give them, right? So create emotional alignment by speaking to their hopes, their desires, and their pain points, their hesitations, what's holding them back. Show them that you get where they're at. You understand they might have these questions, these concerns. Oh, it's okay. She actually gets it. All right, I'm going to listen. Right? If it's like, it's all rainbows and sunshine and they're like, okay, but sometimes there's some, thunderstorms. And it's like, oh my gosh, there was a thunderstorm, but after the thunderstorm, there was the most gorgeous rainbow, right? Like, it's like she gets there was a thunderstorm and I had to take shelter and I was afraid of getting hit by lightning. But when it was over, there was this beautiful rainbow and I suddenly felt safe again, right? She gets it. She gets both sides. So I trust her. So use that, right? And make every video feel like you're talking to one person because you are only talking to one person. You're watching this right now. You're one person, right? I'm not talking to multiple versions of you. I'm only talking to you. You're only watching as one person. So speak to one person. Figure out who is your perfect lead and only speak to them. And when you do that, you naturally repel the people that are going to be draining, the people that are going to just require way too much of your energy and they're not going to get momentum forward. They're not going to be positive case studies for you. They're just going to drain you. They probably weren't ready to be helped. When they're ready, they can come when they're ready. Focus only on who you can serve right now. And then you'll naturally attract those people and you repel the ones that are taking your time away from the people you can help. That's important, right? You are important. You matter. All right. And then you let your funnel do your sales while the content does the warming. You just make it assumptive, the next natural step. You want to build a cabinet, you're going to need these tools. You're going to need this blueprint. You're going to need these kind of hammers and nails, which I were tools, but this kind of wood. You're going to have to put it together in this way, which was the blueprint. And now, of course, to protect the cabinet, you will need to coat it with some sort of varnish to protect it. So this is the varnish I would recommend because I've noticed it lasts longest. It needs the least amount of repeat coatings, and it's going to really keep all the water out. It's not going to attract dust, right? And then your viewer is like, well, you've already helped me build the cabinet. I really should listen and get this varnish. And if that person has a link to it, you know what? They've already helped me and it doesn't cost me anything extra. Let me go get that varnish through their link, right? Do you see how that works? Trust that when you honestly give and help, they want, when they're ready, they want to work with you over anybody else who hasn't taken the time to help them. We buy from people we know, like, and trust. It's that simple. So this is your funnel. It's super simple. You use YouTube to build video series focused on the SEO that you've done the research for, what people are actually searching for, right? You're solving their problems. You're warming them up. You're sending them to some sort of an opt-in page or to your sales page, right? And the cool thing that I learned from one of my mentors and friends, Paul Murphy, is that you can actually, and this blew me away, you can actually have an opt-in page. So a page where people would put in their name and address in order to get some sort of gift from you, right? That's called an opt-in page. And you can just have your gift be your YouTube videos. Oddly enough, it works really well. If you've curated your videos into a series and you say, if you want the full series, just opt in and I'll send it to you. I'll send you one video every day for 10 days, 15 days, 5 days, whatever it is. People like the convenience. They know that you have tons of videos on your channel. They don't want to have to go search for it, find the right one, remember that it's there. They like the convenience of, you know what, I'll get one video today, I'll get one video tomorrow. If I want to go faster, I can, you know, that kind of thing. And they'll actually opt in for something they could look up for free themselves. It blew my mind and it really works. And that makes it so simple because then you don't have to go and create some sort of gift you give away. You can just use that. But whether it's a checklist you give away or a video series, you send them somewhere where you get their email address in exchange for this gift, because YouTube could cancel your channel. Google could go out of business, right? I mean, especially with AI on the scene, who knows what's going to happen? So you don't want to keep all your eggs on your YouTube channel. You want to move those viewers into your own email list so you own them no matter what happens to the platform. Accidents happen, right? So you're using YouTube strategically like a tool, but you're not relying on YouTube. That's the key. And then you would send them to a thank you page once they signed up for their gift, where they would get their gift, and you could have a call to action for your upsell, whatever it is that you want them to actually buy. Like if you're ready to go deeper, then check this out, that kind of thing, right? If you're ready to varnish, you've built your cabinet, then go, this is the link to the varnish I recommend. Right? So that is the idea. Or in Connor's case, you know, now that you know how to grow microgreens, get your kit so you can get your first crop harvested in just 7 days, like by next Sunday, right? That kind of thing. And then you're sending them daily emails back to your videos, which triggers the algorithm, because not only are people liking your videos, watching them all the way through, you're actually driving new traffic to YouTube. YouTube really likes it when you drive what are called backlinks. So people from off of YouTube, off of the platform, onto the platform through your emails, through blog posts, through social media posts. Yes, you can still use social media to drive traffic to YouTube. I'll teach all of this in my course, and I made it so simple for you so that it's easy to follow. And then you're offering those soft offers, right? Multiple until they're ready to actually buy. And when they are ready, they'll want to buy from you because you've already helped them. And that means sales. Like, it's so simple. It does not have to be difficult. All right. So do you want to see something really, really cool? This blew me away. This happened just this year, and I want to show this to you. Let me first check in with you. And perfect. All right. Yes, more blueprints. Okay. I will get those out to you afterwards. So this is that video with over 6 million views, my how to bake a cake video, right? You can see that it alone earned over $10,000 just in ad revenue. But like I said, it took over 15 years to earn that. So not exactly something you could live on, but pretty exciting still, right? And then this video that I did just a couple months ago, it was a review for a program that Mike Filsaime created, courses.gg, where I just did a review and I offered some bonuses, right? when I had just 233 views, I know I took the screenshot at 260, but when I actually hit 233 views, I had already made 11 sales for this affiliate product with only 233 views. It blew my mind. I made over $1,300 in commissions with just 233 views. How crazy is that? Because I did what I had learned in this video accidentally, and I learned how to do it intentionally and a heck of a lot better than I'd accidentally done. Right? Which is what you saw in that first graph, how it just kept going up and up as I was refining things, right? So let's do a side-by-side for you. So we had a viral video with over 6 million views compared to a really simple video that attracted like 233 people, but they were perfect leads, right? I didn't need it to go viral to the wrong people. I just needed a handful to go to the right people. I got over $10,000 in ad revenue from the viral one. I made over $4 in ad revenue on the intentional video, which if you did the quick math there, you'd see that that's already a better ROI. Product sales, I made roughly like $800 in ebook sales on my How to Bake a Cake video. And I wasn't selling any personal product on my review video. So $0 for that. And then I made about $120 in affiliate commissions on my How to Bake a Cake video, where I sold like a couple of cooking tools and some ingredients, things like that. Really not much because it wasn't a focus of mine. And then on the intentional video, I made over $1,300, right? I mean, 11 sales with just 233 views. So if you look at the earnings per viewer on the viral video, each viewer is worth less than 1 penny. So you need a lot of views to make some money, right? Whereas the intentional video, which is 233 views, right, had a 3,100 times more return on investment than the viral video. Each viewer was worth $5.61 to me, right? That is mind-blowing. Wouldn't you like that? Okay, I want leads like that in the comments. Let me know if you want the right viewers who are going to make each view actually mean something for you. Okay, crazy, right? So write wow, or just write yes, I want that in the comments. All right, so I've got a couple more things to share with you, but I want you to know that if you just learned one thing so far, right? Please have it ingrained in you now that you know that YouTube is the most powerful evergreen traffic source in the world right now. We need to take advantage of that. And the really cool thing is, because I know AI is really taking off, so I've incorporated AI into what we do. But the really cool part is everything that you learn to rank on YouTube and Google for free with your videos gets you ranked in the AI results as well. I have so many instances of watching my students rank in AI search results for free. Isn't that cool? And it's only because we did the intentional things for YouTube that then worked for Google and work for AI. So AI is going to promote you for free too. It is absolutely insane. It's so simple that it's mind-boggling that it's so effective. You kind of expect it to be difficult, but it's not once you know what you're doing. So when you pair it with the right funnel, then it keeps working for you 24/7 for years to come. I really want you to understand that. And that you don't need to be techie. You don't need to be famous. You don't have to have a big following that oftentimes actually hurts your conversions because you're attracting too many of the wrong people, right? You just need a system that works. All right. And that is the system that I've built for you, using myself as a guinea pig, using my first beta students as guinea pigs. God bless them. They're so wonderful. And so I want to share what that is with you. I hope you realize that. I hope you realize that your evergreen funnel is what is going to give you the freedom, right, that you deserve. It's going to give you the consistency that you rely on. It's going to give you the results that will compound over time. Okay. Has this actually been helpful so far? Did you catch that? That was my second call to action. Has it? Have you found this helpful? I would really like to know. Please let me know in the comments if this has been helpful. All right, so type yes in the comments if this has been helpful. I'll quickly go take a look while I have a sip of my green juice. Yes, yes. Oh, I want leads like that. Yay. Thank you. I am so glad that this has been helpful. And I appreciate your patience with my lungs. I really do. Okay, so now that you've seen what's possible, let's build this together step by step, okay? So here we go. What if you didn't actually have to do it all on your own? What if the strategy that I showed you worked? But I'll be honest, right? There was a time that I did nearly give up, especially after my coma, and I felt so overwhelmed. And I didn't know that I was going to do it all because even though my brain runs at warp speed, my body does not. So I felt completely exhausted. My body couldn't keep up. I was overwhelmed. I was struggling to breathe, like literally, right? It felt impossible to run my own business. There were just too many pieces of the puzzle and I couldn't do it all. Then, oh my God, then AI came on the scene and I was so excited because I could see the potential. I knew if I can just train AI to do a bunch of the tasks that I know I need to do, that I simply don't have the energy to do, if I can just take some time and train AI to do what I know works, because AI has a different version of what works and it really doesn't know, then it could do the work for me, right? And then I could save my energy to do the work that I love doing, that I know I'm really good at doing, and that I have a passion for. Because if we have to do a whole bunch of work that we have no passion for, it makes it really hard to wake up in the mornings. And we really do not look forward to Mondays. Wouldn't it be better if you were like so excited to wake up every morning because you were like, I want to help, I want to serve, I want to do this, saying I see things growing and I have all the time in the world and all the energy to do it because you have systems in place. And then you actually look forward to Mondays, like you're enjoying the weekend, but you're like, oh, I can't wait to get back on Monday. Right? How amazing would that be? That's what's possible. That's what I have found. All right. So when my lungs literally gave out, AI helped me breathe again, which was really important. It gave me back strength. It gave me back speed and it gave me back support. AI is very supportive. All right. So I want to show you my Evergreen YouTube Marketing Mastery Coaching Program. If you have found what I've shared so far helpful, would you like to know what I actually share with my students? Would you like me to show you how we could get your funnel set up really fast, like literally in the next 30 days, and get one up and running for you without having to just, okay, she said, do this thing. Now I got to figure out how to do this thing. She said how to do this thing. I need to figure out SEO. I need to figure out what exactly to say. What if I just had literally the blueprint, like the full blueprint, and I created custom templates, custom GPTs, and I could just hold your hand and get your funnel set up. Would that be interesting to you? If it would, then let me know in the comments and say, yes, I want to see what it is. Show me what you've got going on there that help your students actually achieve these goals. I want to know what's in it. Let me know what's in it. How it will benefit me, right? That's the most important. How will it actually help me? All right. So I've taken everything that I just showed you and I built a complete system that will help you do it faster, easier, and of course with full support, because as entrepreneurs, we are often so alone. Nobody around us gets us. We're like, oh, this thing. And they're like, what is that? Plus, even worse, our friends and family often discourage us from being entrepreneurs because they don't want us to fail, which is very kind of them, but also really annoying because we know that there is a purpose to what we're doing and we know it's going to work. We just need time and consistency and we need the support. We need the support of others who get it. I don't want you to feel so alone. I've been there. I hate it. It's so much nicer when you have people to be accountable, who are going to lift you up, who are going to find the solutions and not just focus on all the problems, right? No more guessing, no more burnout, no more doing it all alone. The Evergreen YouTube Marketing Mastery Program is designed to help you build your full Evergreen funnel step by step with guidance, AI tools, so excited about the AI tools, and of course, personal support, right? Look, you've got the vision. Let's just build it. Let's just build it together. All right, so let me just take a quick look here. Absolutely, of course it will help me. Yes, YouTube Evergreen. Oh, I'm so glad. That's so good. All right, so this is what we do. And Tony is in the comments, and he can let you know that this is exactly what we went through, right? So there are 8 modules. In module 1, we're going to map out your binge-worthy series. We're going to do the research. We're going to figure out what your perfect lead is searching for. We're going to actually identify who is your perfect lead, right? Because you need to know that. We're going to learn how to find high intent search keywords that have low competition, right? So that we make the playing field even more compelling and easier for us to get started. And we're going to structure your series like Netflix so that it goes from one video to the next, which really triggers the algorithm from the algorithm side of the balance, but also really builds that know, like, and trust with your viewer, which is important for conversions, right? And more importantly, we're going to avoid the whole shiny object syndrome that if you're an entrepreneur and you're honest with me, I bet you've bought things that you didn't use, right? Am I right? I have been there. It's like, oh, this will probably work. And oh, this will probably work. And oh, they say this, but I think this thing will work. Like, look, you've got to just choose a strategy and do it. See the results before you bother looking at other possible ways of working with it. Otherwise, you're so busy following shiny objects that you never actually get to your goal. And you know that I know what I'm talking about because I can see that you've been there too. I'm not alone on this. I know I'm not. So you're going to walk away with a full 10-part video series that will rank, right? And it'll be all mapped out and based on real data, not just guesswork. So you'll actually be attracting perfect fit leads into your funnels without chasing the algorithms or views or wasting time. Then in module 2, we're going to build your YouTube ecosystem. All right, so that we can rank those videos fast and reach the right people. So you'll build a content ecosystem that turns your videos into long-term lead magnets. That's important. That's key, right? And that way your funnels work for you 24/7 without the constant hustling. We're going to turn your funnel into a lead machine. That's the really cool part. It's a machine that attracts your perfect lead across YouTube, but emails, blogs, social media, right? Without feeling like you have to do a ton of things. That's the great thing. We're focusing on YouTube. We're going to use these other things to get YouTube working for us. But we're not spending time on all these other platforms because then you just spread yourself too thin and you just can't do it all. So we've got really simple ways to use them like a tool to build. All right. We're going to boost our rankings naturally with those backlinks, those sites, links that come off of YouTube onto YouTube. We're bringing traffic onto YouTube, making the algorithm love us. And we're going to use offsite SEO, certain things that you need to do offsite to promote your video content. We're going to attract your perfect fit leads by optimizing your channel so that it converts. So the channel itself, and that's how Connor, again, got the different grants and the attention from different, he's a speaker on stages now, like all over the place for being an entrepreneur because of his channel and what he's been doing. It's just been mind-blowing. He's only like 21. It's crazy. And you're going to create content faster. That's a key one by using custom-made GPT prompts that I've created because I know all the strategies that work. I've done the training. I have over 15 plus years of understanding the psychology of sales as well as the algorithm side of things. So I've created custom AI prompts that you get to use so that you don't have to figure it all out and you don't have to trust on AI randomly, hopefully, possibly finding the right thing, but maybe not, right? You can just use what you know works. Okay, so then in module 3, we're going to package everything because, again, we need that thumbnail to stop the scroll, right? We need to attract the right filters. So we want each video to attract and then filter in your perfect leads. You're going to master the art of packaging your videos with irresistible thumbnails and titles that actually then you deliver on. It's not just clickbait. It attracts the right people, primes them to watch all the way through to the end, which makes the algorithm super happy to promote you. You're going to craft scroll-stopping thumbnails. You're going to write titles that spark curiosity, as well as make the algorithm understand what the video is about, which helps you with your ranking. And we're going to model what is already working, and we're going to use AI as well. And again, you don't have to use AI. Everything that I teach, you can totally do on your own. Only if you want to go faster and you want it to convert better, then use the ones that I've already coded for you. That's all. And proven intentional framework. So that you're going to get that. You're going to test small variations to discover what performs best, right? Before we hit publish. So it's really, really cool. And you're going to have an irresistible first impression for every video. And that's super important so that the right people stop, pay attention, and actually come and watch your videos. Then in module 4, we're going to learn how to script our videos so that we retain our viewers and, more importantly, actually convert them on autopilot. So this is where you turn casual clicks, right, into loyal fans, effortlessly guiding them through your sales journey by actually offering value to them. That is so key. And strategically placing those calls to actions to prime both the algorithm, but also to get your viewer feeling ready for the solution that you provide, right? You're going to hook your best leads fast by opening your videos with things that let them know right away they're in the right place, and that is intriguing enough that they want to figure out what that secret sauce is that you're going to share. And it's going to filter out the people that you don't want, which is great because you do not need to waste time on those people. You're going to keep them watching with emotional shifts, with open loops, like I mentioned, and subtle engagement cues. We're going to guide them with proven video structure that are built on trust and conversions. And you're going to weave in those call to actions, like I said, without sounding salesy. That's really important. All right, so we're going to create your binge-worthy content that feels natural and gets clicked and makes people want to actually buy. And then in module 5, you're going to record your video. I'm going to teach you how to record your videos in a way where you can really get deeply connected with your audience. Or you're going to learn how to film like a pro, but on a budget. It doesn't have to be expensive. I'm going to give you secret lighting tips. I'm going to give you microphone tips. I'm going to give you framing tips. I'm going to give you all these tips that are going to save you so much time. And you don't have to go out and buy an expensive camera. You don't have to go out and buy really expensive lights or expensive mics. It's just not necessary. You can grow and get to that stage, but don't let that be your excuse for not getting this done. Do you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure you know what I mean, where you're like, oh, I just need this thing and this thing and this thing, and then I'll do it. No. Just do it and then just get better. Do it that way. All right, so we're going to also include performance cues like eye contact, speaking to one person, how to get comfortable on camera. Again, you don't have to actually be on camera, so I'm also going to show you how to do it without being on camera. All right, so you're going to touch all of that. And more importantly, for your energy level, I'm going to show you how to batch record so that you're not feeling overwhelmed and stressed out, and you're not having to get yourself all looking nice every single day to record another video. We're going to do it in sessions that feel very doable. And I'm going to show you how to actually read your script without having to memorize the whole thing, and how you can do it so natural and easily. This is one of the modules that my students loved the most. Okay, and then in module 6, I'm going to show you how to upload the videos so that they rank fast even before we've published them. There are certain little tricks that we need to do in the back end of the video files, in the YouTube studio area. There are certain things we need to do to set up the video so that it will succeed straight out the gate. You're going to trigger your rankings faster. We're going to have pre-upload signals of SEO in place, ready for them. We're going to craft compelling descriptions for our videos that hook the clicks and make it binge-worthy, and that they want to go and get whatever it is that you're offering, or opt into whatever free lead magnet is that you're offering. We're going to activate play boosts so that our playlists, so that they boost your views as well. And I'll show you how to power pin your comment for the most engagement and the most conversions. You're going to love this. Then in module 7, we're going to trigger the algorithm as soon as we push that publish button. So I'm going to show you the things you need to do right away after you hit publish that is going to expedite your views and get people seeing your video, watching all the way through the end, which gives a tremendously large signal to YouTube to go out and promote your videos for you. And we have to do it right away. And I'm going to show you, it's just a simple checklist, but it is so effective. It's so effective for how simple it is. And we're going to drive traffic from blogs and emails and social posts, but again, not overwhelming, very strategic, already easy put in place, won't take you much time at all. That's what I want for you. We're going to post with purpose. We're going to know exactly what results we're getting from it. And we're going to build that offsite buzz that gets the algorithm really, really happy to work for us. And then we're going to tap into simple routines so that you're not feeling overwhelmed every time you upload and have to promote, right? I want you to have structures in place that make it so easy and that you could then just give to somebody else to do as well when you get to that stage, all right? And then in Module 8, we're going to show you how to launch your Evergreen funnel and build an automated momentum, all right? This is where we stop, starting from scratch all over again every single time by publishing with a proven system that compounds traffic and your leads and builds trust by learning how to batch content, batch your research, batch your filming, like everything that I touched on before, but then in a much wider scale so that it feels doable. So it doesn't feel like, oh, I have to run my business and I have to run this YouTube channel. They need to come together easily, fluidly. So we're going to set it up so that it makes sense and it's doable and it's intentional and it's really effective. And we're also going to set up what I call the Throwback Thursday series that is going to drive traffic to your older videos on your channel. That'll trigger the algorithm to start promoting those videos as well while providing tremendous value to your members. It's really cool. And it's something I accidentally did, again, before my coma. And I noticed what I had done once I learned about SEO and how it all worked. And I thought, oh my gosh, I need to teach that strategy to my students as well because it is huge. All right. And then we're going to stay months ahead. So you're not constantly like, oh, I have to get a video out this week. Like we want you to have like a library of things ready to go so that you always feel calm and in charge and at peace. Business should be peaceful and pleasant and exciting all at once. Okay. So if you can see this working for you, like if you can see your funnel is mapped out, your series will be live 24/7, you'll be attracting just your perfect leads, right? Sales will be rolling in on autopilot instead of you having to be the salesperson all the time. You're finally feeling the momentum of it. Then I want you to write in the comments, yes, I can see how this could work for me. And it doesn't mean you need to be in this program, but can you see how this system can work for you? That's what I want to know. So go ahead and say, yes, I see this working for me in the comments. But of course, how are you supposed to get all this done, right? And not do it all alone. You don't need more hustle and bustle. You just need a machine that works for you, Evergreen. So let me just check in. Absolutely, of course it will help me. Yes, very good. All right, so now let's just imagine for a moment. Let's have some fun. What if you set up your Evergreen funnel and every month you attracted, let's say 3,000 targeted viewers to your videos? That's not like a huge number. That is totally doable. And what if 10% of those 3,000 viewers became warm leads? So that would be 300 warm leads, right? Every month. And what if just 5% of those warm leads said yes to a program you sell for $197? Let's just say. That would be 15 new buyers. That would be $2,955 per month. Would that help you? Would that make a difference in your business? Over a year, that would be over $35,000 from one simple Evergreen funnel. Can you see that? And this is very conservative numbers. All right. Would that make a difference? Then what if instead of selling a $197 product, what if you sold a service or a product or an affiliate offer that was $997? So you didn't have to actually change the amount of viewers. You just changed the offer to be even more valuable to those perfect warm leads. And if 5% of those same 300 people, so that's 15 sales, that would be $14,955 a month. That's over $179,000 a year. Would that make a difference in your business? And this is not even like, this is still conservative. It's amazing. Now, let's stretch your mind a little bit. Again, this is totally doable. If you sold an offer that was $1,997 and you had the same conversions, 15 sales out of those 300 warmed up viewers or those 3,000 people that saw your video, right? $29,955 a month. That would be life-changing. Am I right? That's over $359,000 a year. Now, disclaimer, these are just examples, okay? I'm trusting that you realize that I am not promising this is going to happen because, well, you have to put your input in. You'll have to do your research. You'll have to set up your funnel. You actually have to take some work, to put it into place. So it's not normal. It's not typical. It will depend on your niche. All right. I want you to realize that. And it will depend on your effort level and your determination, your consistency. But I just want to show you what is possible. All right. So that you can see the potential here. Now, what would that be worth to you? If it did that, if an Evergreen YouTube system brought in just 15 buyers a month at $997, nearly $180,000 a year, what would that be worth to you? All right. Would that ability to get that put into place, would that be worth $25,000? If it was going to bring you $180,000 a year, I think yes. Let me know in the comments if that would be worth that to you. And don't worry, I'm not charging you $25,000. I just want you to see what is possible. And what if all it did was give you a clear funnel that works while you sleep, saved you years of trial and effort, finally gives you confidence, right, in your marketing? Would that be worth it? Knowing that you know exactly what to do and you know how to warm them up and you know how to convert, would that be worth it to you? Don't worry, like I said, I'm not charging you $25,000. All right. Absolutely. Wow. Possible. Sounds really good. Great. Okay. Here we go. So this is everything. Let me show you what you're going to get today inside the program, if this is the right time for you. Okay. You'll get the full Evergreen YouTube Marketing Mastery Program. A value, we can agree, the value of it is at least $25,000 for what it's going to create for you. At least. Again, not what I'm going to be charging at all. But what if I could make building this Evergreen YouTube marketing system even easier for you? Like, I don't want you just seeing results. I want you getting them faster. I want you converting better. I want you building loyal buyers who go out and promote your products for you with a lot less effort, because I know how valuable your time and your energy is. Trust me, tonight I am going to be on the couch with my feet up, resting, probably with an ice pack on my lungs, because that's just what I need to do, right? So I understand how important it is to give you a system that is going to take weight off your business and add fuel to it without overwhelming you. Right? That's why I created the following bonuses for you. So I have some bonuses to help you get this faster, converting better with less effort. Okay, so here we go. Bonus number 1, when you decide, yes, you want to join. And again, I'm going to just be upfront. I actually only have 15 spots available right now. So not everybody can get on this. All right. I want to have the time to help you personally. I can't do that with a lot of people. It's just not possible. So there are only 15 spots. That's 15, not 50. You'll get a quick start implementation guide. It's going to help you fast track with the roadmap of what you need to do to get your funnel in place, so that it strips away all that overwhelm of, oh my gosh, I have to learn this and this and this. No. Just do this, then do this, then do this. Let's get it up. Then we can refine, then we can go deep, then we can make it better. All right, we want to get you up and running. So that is what you're going to get with that. That is a value of over $497 on its own. It'll keep you focused on the exact steps that matter, right? So that you can launch in days, this month, rather than months. And that is going to make you feel confidence, fast. You're going to see momentum right from the beginning. So if we add that up, that's over $25,497 worth just of value so far. All right. And again, don't worry. It's nowhere near that. You're going to be shocked at what I've put together for you, because I intended to do this training last week with Black Friday, but because of the tech gods, I had to wait. So I have something so amazing, but again, only for the first 15 people. So that is really important because I can only take that many on. So bonus number 2 is you're going to get the templates. You're going to get the Evergreen Funnel template pack. You'll never have to start from scratch. You can adjust them later. Let's just get you started, okay? I'm giving you the complete set of plug and play templates that remove the tech overwhelm and the guesswork. You're going to get opt-in pages that are set up on purpose to grow your list faster. You're going to get thank you pages and lesson landing pages that guides your leads smoothly to the calls to action that you want them to do, to the sales, to the getting on your email lists, right? A full website template that is inside of Groove that you can just get with one-click import. So if you already use Groove, you can just do it with one click, or you can just use it as an outline for the other platforms if you're on a different platform. So whichever works for you. You're going to get thumbnail templates so that your videos look professional, right? And highly clickable. These are the exact structures and designs that I've used for years, and I've tested for years and years and years. You just get to copy and paste and customize and launch. No blank pages, no tech headaches. This is easily a value of $497 on its own. So that brings our total value so far to $25,994. Again, you will be shocked at what I've got for you. But let's also make sure you have the support that you need. Again, we don't need you trying to do it all on your own. You need to be able to send in your work and get ideas of what is working, what could you tweak, what could you help, and get inspired by other people and what they're doing. And maybe you can learn from them and have that support behind you, right? So I'm doing weekly momentum calls to help you stay on track and be ahead of the curve every single week. So you join me live for momentum calls where you get feedback, you can ask questions, and you can watch live reviews of your work and of the other students' work. You'll receive industry updates, like anything that's going on, new things, I'll share those, new trends, new strategies that you can use right away just to stay ahead of everybody else. You get to learn from your peers' breakthroughs. Oh my gosh, Connor has shared so many with our students so far. It blows me away. You'll get accountability that you need, right? When you set a goal, but it's just yourself, it's so easy to go, well, I'll just adjust the goal. But if you set it with other people, you're like, I have to live up to that goal. It pushes you in such a good, positive way to keep your funnel moving forward. You're always going to know what the next thing is that you need to do. And you'll have the latest tools and the latest insights to stay ahead. So this is easily a value of $1,997 that you are going to get for free when you join today. So that brings our total value up to $27,991. But I'm not finished, of course not, because I really want to help you the most I can. So, like I said, a support group. I've got a private community support group for you where you can ask your fellow students, your colleagues. You can create joint venture partners together. You can collab. Every week you can post your videos and get comments and feedback, and it creates a backlink to your videos, which YouTube really loves. So I have specific posts that you can add your videos on so that we're not overwhelming the group. We want to also keep it a very community-friendly group. So we work that in together. You get to access it. It's filled with motivated entrepreneurs building their own evergreen YouTube funnels so that you're with people who get you, who understand you, who are in your corner, who want you to succeed and are not afraid that you're going to fail because they also get it. They know this will actually work, right? As long as you're consistent. Honestly, the only way to fail is to give up. That's literally it. Every other failure is really just a lesson to help you go forward. Honestly, that's so true in life. All right. You get to ask questions, share wins, collaborate for extra reach, right? Get ideas from each other. And again, like I said, just stay connected with other people who are truly inspiring and get you. So this is easily a value of $997. So that brings our total value so far to $28,988. And no, nowhere near that. Nowhere near that. You are going to love this. Then, I'm not finished. I have a toolbox for you because it can take you hours figuring out what tools and everything you need to do. So I am creating a curated list of tools. And in each of the lessons, I will share with you which tools will help you do what. You heard me already mention vidIQ today. That's one of the tools that I use for research. You heard me mention the drop-down feature on YouTube and Google. I will share the tools that you need as you go, and I'm building a toolbox so you can easily access what you need to get your funnel up and running. And then you'll see exactly like which research platforms, which recording and editing software, what design tools, what lighting, what sound. And remember, I'm finding the most affordable ways for you to do them as well, because I want this to be doable so that you actually take action and see results. Any small accessories that I've personally tested, these are things I only recommend because they've worked for me or my students. All right. I don't care if they look great to everybody else, unless I know that they're actually going to provide you value and make your setup easier. I'm not going to recommend them to you. And I have to know that they're proven to work. So you're going to get access to that. That's easily $497, which brings our total to $29,485 so far. But, and this is like the commercial on TV, but that's not all. But I really mean it, right? Because so when my body couldn't keep up with my mission, like I said, my brain was totally on track, but my body was like, hang on, I'm trying to get there, right? I needed a way to work, to actually physically work. So after my coma, during my long recovery, I knew exactly what I needed to do. Right? As I was learning, I knew what I needed to do, but I just didn't have the energy to do it all. Like I said, tonight I'm going to be a mess, and tomorrow I'll probably be a mess too, still recovering from all the oxygen I've had to use today. It just is. My lung disability made simple work exhausting, and that's probably been one of the most frustrating. It's not even that I am saying, oh, complicated work is exhausting. Like literally brushing my hair wipes me out. Okay, like this is how simple can be exhausting for me. It just takes me so much longer to accomplish things. It's just the way it is. I have to accept it, find ways to still make it work for me, not let it hold me back. And there were many days that I wonder if I would ever catch up. I literally was considering just stopping. Like just, what's the point? I can't do it. What's the point? I never want you to get there. And if you ever do get there, I want you to remember, if I can do it, oh my gosh, you can do this. Okay? I'm serious about that. And then, like I said, AI came on the scene and it felt like I got my life back. There was like a lifeline that I could hang on to, a way to finally clone myself with everything I knew that was going to work so it could do the bulk of the work. And I could just be the orchestrator in the background, the puppeteer. Right? And that's what I realized. Look, if I can train AI to think like me, right, and know my strategies and know my audience and know my processes and my business and my products, it could do all the heavy lifting for me. But it doesn't have to stop there. I could train it so it could do that for you too. And so imagine if you didn't have to do all of it yourself. Imagine having a personal virtual assistant who already knows your voice, your goals, your business, your products, your avatar, like your perfect leads, your perfect customers. Imagine that you could research, you could script, you could optimize, you could organize your entire YouTube funnel exactly the way that you would do it based on what we're teaching, right? Imagine it stayed current with every YouTube and AI update, because that's changing quickly, so that you never fall behind again. Imagine that it worked around the clock, whether you're sleeping, traveling, enjoying time with your friends, or dealing with life when it decides to show up, as it tends to do, even when you need to rest. Building your reach, your leads, your sales automatically. That's what I built for myself, and that's what I built for you. And I call it Doughy AI because my business is Clever Dough, which was the name I coined way back in the day when I was having both fun cake decorating ideas as well as teaching children about money. I thought teaching kids how to be smart with their dough, right? Clever with their dough, their money. And then cake decorators being smart, clever with their physical dough, like with their baking dough. And so I came up with Clever Dough. So I thought Doe AI so that you can mold the prompts that I've created and make it work for your business using the knowledge, the resources that I've already learned for you. So Doe AI is your personal Evergreen virtual assistant. And what if you could clone yourself, right? Focus entirely on growing your business, not mine, yours. So it instantly generates video titles, scripts, thumbnails, tags that rank and convert. Plan and build your YouTube series in minutes. I'm going to show you that in a second. It's incredible. Not weeks. Write emails, posts, blog posts that nurture your leads automatically. Stay current with the latest YouTube and AI updates, like I said, so that you always stay ahead. You don't fall behind because it's changing really, really fast. Access my entire custom library of GPTs that is constantly growing as we learn different things. And you're also going to get full access to the Doe AI app that I am building. So you're going to start with the library, and I am creating an app. Mike Filsame actually started creating the foundation of it for me. He loved it so much, he created a version for his scale GPTs. So he's using it in his business based on what I needed it to do for mine. And so you're going to get access to it as it rolls out. And in the meantime, you get the library of the individual GPTs to get your work done. All right. It's going to honestly save you hundreds of hours, giving you more time to just create, connect, convert, right? Which is what we all want. And exclusive for this webinar only. Okay. I'm going to, like I said, leave this page up, this video up only for a few days because I only can take on 15 students. Availability to join is only now. Okay. You're actually going to get not just what it says here. I decided to do something really crazy. So normally I was going to offer you 1 full year of Doe AI for free, which in itself is insane. That's like a $997 value. But for the first 15 students, only for those 15 students, I am going to give you lifetime access to Doe AI. We'll worry about AI credits and stuff like that later. I'll show you exactly how to set that up. It's not going to be an issue. But you will get access to the app for life just by being my next round of beta students, so I can create more positive case studies to really help inspire other entrepreneurs like you and me. All right. And so I wanted to thank you for that by offering this. I'm so excited. All right. So your personal assistant, you're going to get the affiliate review master GPT that I created. So you know that video that had 233 views and it made over 11 sales, right? Just with 233 views. I then took that and I actually turned it into a YouTube ad just out of curiosity to see, because I'm like, it converts really well. So I wonder how it'll do. I spent $100 in ads. All right. Only $100. I got 20,000 views out of that, which sounds amazing. But more importantly, I made 12 more sales. That's $1,400 from a $100 investment. And I would never encourage you to spend ad money unless you knew you had a video that converted. And I knew I had a video that converted, so I just wanted to boost it, right? And it does a couple of things. So it boosted the algorithm because now it's like, oh, this video has like over 20,000 views. It doesn't know that it was ads, but it does know. And these people were interested. So it's a larger group of people, the kind of people that will enjoy my video, that it then knew to send it to for free for me going forward, which is I no longer run ads on it. It just does it automatically, right? It was just to trigger it. And I created a GPT because I knew it had worked so well. I created a custom GPT so that I could repeat it. And then I did a video for another review product. And with 60 views, I'd already made a sale. And that was a sale for $1,997. It works. So I decided to create this particular GPT for you so that if you wanted to review videos, then you have the structure and the GPT will help you write it in minutes that you know is going to warm up your audience and convert. So I'm really excited. If you really like that, comment, oh my gosh, yes, please, in the comments. Okay, so would you like to see Doe AI in action? All right, So planning your YouTube series, it does not have to be hard. We can generate it in minutes. So here are a couple of the different niches that my students are in. So we've got cake decorating, microgreens, urban sketching, reputation management, English as a second language, retirement prep, business branding, grants and funding, and more. I just wanted you to see that this works regardless of the niche. I have not yet found a niche that it doesn't work for. So I'm going to open this link and let me see if I can share my screen. All right, let me just give me 1 second to find that for you. In the meantime, definitely worth it. Possible sounds really good. That's awesome. All right, let me just find the right page and then I will share the screen and I'm going to show you how to map out your funnel in seconds. You're going to absolutely love this. Okay, so I thought it was clickable. It's not, so you have to give me just 1 second here to grab it for you. All right. Let's and then I will share my screen. And where are you? I have made so many GPTs for you guys to do like everything. You're going to love it. Okay, so now I can find it. Okay. There, I found it. Okay, so let me share my screen. And let me know in the comments that you can see the screen as soon as I share it. You should be able to see this now. Can you please let me know that you see this Evergreen, I'll make it larger, Evergreen playlist funnel builder. There. Let me know if you can see that. And I will just quickly check in and see if you can see that. All right. Joey sounds great. Oh my gosh, definitely. Yeah, let me know. I know there's a bit of a delay in the time, but let me know that you can see my screen. Right now you would see us, this live screen here. You see it? Awesome. Thank you. Perfect. Okay, so let's choose one of these different niches, and we're going to create a 10-part YouTube video series in seconds. So we're going to press click to start. Awesome. Let's kick this off. To build your binge-worthy 10-part YouTube series, I need 2 things from you. What is the main niche key phrase you want to rank for on YouTube? And then it gave us some ideas here. Gut health recipes, AI for real estate agents, wedding planning tips. So we could use one of those. What product, course, or program do you want the series to naturally lead viewers toward? So for example, your coaching program or a digital course, membership, done for you service, affiliate service. Drop those 2 answers below and I'll generate your 10 video narrative funnel in seconds. All right, so let's choose one of these. Gut health recipes. So let's choose that one. So we'll pop that in here, gut health recipes. And then we're going to choose that we have, let's say we have a coaching program, or maybe it's a digital course that has gut health recipes in it. Let's say that. There. Course with gut health tips and recipes and maybe shopping lists, right? That could be helpful. Shopping lists, etc. Okay, so we gave those 2 things. Perfect. Here is, and look how quick, and we didn't even give it a ton of information. So now as we go through this, imagine if you've actually given it the brains of your business. It knows what your business is about, who your perfect lead is, what your service does, what benefit they get out of it, and then it does this. So I want you to see this on a bare bones and then imagine how much more powerful it will be when you actually do it intentional. So this is cool. Perfect. Here is your 10-part binge-worthy YouTube series outline built around your main key phrase, gut health recipes, designed to naturally lead viewers into your digital gut health course. All right, so the main key phrase for the entire series is gut health recipes. The offer is a digital course with gut health tips, recipes, shopping lists, and more. So video number 1, the 3 foods quietly damaging your digestion and what to eat instead. And then at the end, gut health recipes 101. That is going to help the algorithm understand that it's all related to gut health recipes, right? And then I've set this up. Again, remember, I understand the psychology behind selling, behind nurturing, behind warming those leads and converting them. So I've already programmed this so that not only is it just going to give you a bunch of videos, it's going to give you a series that makes sense for them to watch each of the videos while building tremendous value with your viewer. So here, watch this. So the previous problem solved. So this is the series starting point. So there is no previous problem, okay? But the current problem they have when they get to this video, people are unknowingly eating foods that inflame their gut. So then the solution that we reveal in the video are 3 common trigger foods and simple substitutions. So we're solving, right? And then we let them know, but there is a next problem because we want them to watch the next video. This is something I learned from Jeff Walker. He's brilliant at teaching this. And I have incorporated this structure into the GPTs for you. So the next problem is, okay, so if they remove the triggers, what should they add to start healing? And so then the next video is simple daily add-ons that heal your gut naturally. Gut Health Recipes 101, right? We're keeping that series algorithm friendly. So the previous problem is we solved removing harmful foods. The current problem is they don't know which ingredients actually support the gut healing. So the solution is we're going to introduce them to daily add-ins like fiber boosters, ferments, healing drinks, which then we're going to show them. But now that we know those solutions, there is a next problem, which is now they want quick meals that include these recipes, right? It's like they know these are going to work, but how do they actually incorporate them? So the next video is 5-minute gut healing breakfasts anyone can make, and then gut healing recipes 101. So the previous problem identified healing ingredients, and the current problem is breakfast is rushed, so gut-friendly options feel unrealistic. That's a really great problem, right? The solution, show fast, delicious 5-minute breakfast recipes. And then the next problem is, what about lunches that stay gut-friendly when they're busy? And then they move to the next one, stress-free, gut-friendly lunches for busy days. The breakfast overwhelm is removed. We did the previous problem. The current one is lunchtime leads to bloating and low energy. The solution, 2 to 3 easy lunch bowls and prep strategies. And then the next problem is, okay, they need dinner ideas for the whole family will eat. So number 5 in the series is family approved dinners that improve digestion. No weird ingredients, right? Gut Health Recipes 101. Are you seeing this? Is this exciting? Write in the comments if you are seeing how powerful this is. And this is before we've even gone and put research in. So now imagine doing this. And we've already done our keyword research. We know what people are searching for, and we put that in, and then it pumps out not only a series like this, but that we know people are searching for, so that it doesn't matter where in the series they come in, they want to see the whole series. So let me know in the comments, just say, yes, I can see how this is amazingly powerful, right? So family approved dinners that improve digestion, no weird ingredients, right? So lunches were made simple. Dinner is where most people fall off. It's too complex, it's too restrictive. The solution, sharing comforting gut-friendly dinners that taste familiar, right? Which the next problem is they want snacks to satisfy cravings without causing bloating. So then the next video is craving crusher snacks that keep your gut happy. And then say it with me, Gut Health Recipes 101, right? The previous problem, easy dinner success, right, was solved. The current problem, snacking causes most setbacks. The solution, gut-friendly sweet and savory snack ideas, which then leads to the next problem. They need a simple shopping list to make this all feel doable. Do you see how powerful it is? I get so excited because every time I work with a student and I walk them through setting up their funnel, which is much more personalized to them and their business and what keywords are actually ranking and such, it just blows me away. This would have taken months to figure out before. No stress grocery list for a healthy, happy gut. Gut Health Recipes 101. All right. Previous problem is snack time gut traps are solved, right? They don't know what to buy or how to shop efficiently. So a done for them gut-friendly shopping list and budget swaps. I love this. I love how AI is making it even better than the original. Like, how cool is that? Like, and budget swaps. It already understands if cost is going to stop them from having a healthy gut, we need to make sure we target that and we take care of that for them. Then the next problem is now they need to tie all these foods together into a weekly plan, right? Because that can feel overwhelming. So here's the next video: how to build a gut healing menu plan in under 10 minutes. Stress is off. Gut health recipes 101. The previous problem, shopping made simple, that we solved. The current problem, they still feel overwhelmed planning out their meals consistently. So the solution is show a formula for fast, flexible meal planning, which then leads to the next problem. They want to understand how stress, sleep, and habits also interact with recipes, right? And with their gut health. So then video 9 is the hidden lifestyle habits that make or break your gut health. Gut health recipe 101. The previous problem, again, that we solved was meal planning clarity. So the current problem is food alone isn't fixing the symptoms, right? There's more to it. And now they're already open-minded because you've already been helping them. So they're more open to learning about what are these other things, right? So the solution is we introduce a few powerful lifestyle shifts that quickly reduce their gut stress. And that brings us to the next problem. Now they want a complete roadmap with recipes and habits all in one place, right? Because it's building the series in such a way that your product becomes the solution in that last video, all right? So we're priming them. So your 30-day gut reset blueprint, recipes, habits, and easy wins. Gut health recipe 101. The previous problem, we learned key gut supporting lifestyle habits. The current problem, they need a structured guided path to follow. Your solution, present a simple 30-day gut reset framework. So you're selling your program, right? And naturally invite them. So you're not just selling the program, you're actually sharing what they need to do. And then you're inviting them in to learn how to do it. Does that make sense? So naturally invite them into your digital course for full recipes, guides, shopping list, and support. And the next problem was resolved in your course. All right. So how cool was that? Let me know how cool that was. I will stop sharing. And now tell me if you can imagine. Here, let's just see here. Let's get the slides back up again and start. There we go. So there we are. All right. Let me check in with you. What did you think? You see it. Very powerful, really powerful series. Oh my gosh. Yes, please. Yes. I love that. That's so good. I'm glad that you can see it. And that is the bare bones version. That's the version that we haven't even done the research for, that they doesn't even understand what your business is about, who you are, who your perfect avatar is. So now imagine the output you would get if you knew who you were serving and you knew that there were people wanting that service and you knew how much to price it at, like all those things. And then you create a series like that. This is powerful stuff, right? And it's years of stuff that I've learned that I've put into these GPTs for you. So to begin with, you get the library to all the GPTs and I will show you when and where to use them. And then, like I said, I am currently working, and Mike Philsame actually helped create the foundation for me. And now I'm going in to create it so that all the GPTs are inside the app where you can dump your brain of your business in and you can follow per funnel, per series, per video through, so you don't have to keep trying to figure out what's the next step, right? So that it's all beautifully aligned. I'm super excited. And you get to then fine tune. So after you've created your series, again, we're not changing anything until you have it in place. Then you can go through and you can go, okay, so now I'm just going to adjust this thing for my business because I know my perfect customer needs this thing. And you can create your own versions. You can clone them and tweak them for your business. And you can create your own other GPTs that you come across in your business. I'm going to teach you how to do that so you can use this app as your virtual assistant. I am so excited by this. Really powerful series. Yay! All right. So now let's move on. This is everything you're getting, okay? So over $30,000, $482 worth of value just by joining this program. You get all these bonuses that are going to help you. But don't worry. Like I said, you're not going to pay $30,000 for any of this, right? So, and you're not going to pay $20,000 for this either. So you can It's okay. It's okay. I want to make this doable for you. Okay. So not $25,000 or $20,000. You're not even going to pay $10,000 for all this, which would be totally fair for what you're building and for the consistent leads and the consistent conversion. This would be totally fair. And you would still come way out on top with this. But no, I'm not going to charge $10,000. You're not paying that. No way. I'm not even going to charge $5,000, which is actually the price of the course. After this next round of 15 students, I will be moving it up to $4,995, just so you're aware. But you are not getting that because, like I said, I want to have your case study in there. I want to be able to show more entrepreneurs like us that this is actually possible for them. I have a bunch of case studies so far, but I want even more because I know people are always going to be like, well, what about my niche? What about this? And what about that? So I want more proof that it absolutely works because I know it does for everyone. And that's why I want you to help me with that. And you're also helping me build out the whole program so that it is the easiest, the most simplified version of it for everyone going forward. So you get everything that is now and everything that flows forward smoothly. So when you join during this webinar only, so only while this webinar is up, and again, I will be taking it down in a few days, all right? You will get the entire Evergreen YouTube Marketing Mastery Program, all of the modules, plus all of the bonuses, as well as free access, lifetime access to Doe AI, for a value of over $30,000 easily. I know you can see that. For $1. $1. Why would I do that? Because I want to get 15 students in. I want those case studies. So I'm going to give you 30 days access. You can literally build your funnel in 30 days for $1 today. All right. And then a month from now, you choose either a one-time investment of $1,997, or I've also set up a 6-pay and a 3-pay option so that it's going to fit whatever your budget is. But you can get in today and over the next couple of days until Saturday evening, midnight, for $1 for 30 days. So you can literally have your funnel up and running before you even decide, yes, I'm keeping this. Are you excited by that? And I'm doing that because I had so many tech hiccups and the tech gods were constantly stopping me from sharing this information with you. And I missed the Black Friday deal. So I wanted to do something so incredibly crazy. So if you think that that is absolutely amazing, I want you to just write $1, $1 in the comments because I am excited about this. I am so excited about this. And I hope you take action on this. But I know you might have some questions. Oh, and first of all, if you're ready, right? If you're ready right now, you want to build your funnel and get it up and running for you. It can literally be running for you while you enjoy time over the holidays with your family. Like how cool is that, right? Go to cleverdough.com. That's DOUGH as in like kneading bread dough.com/join. And then you can sign up there. Again, only 15 spots because I do have very limited physical resources and I want to give you that one-on-one time. And of course, it's 100% guaranteed. So you have 30 days to decide you don't want to do it. And I'll even give you your $1 back. Is that fair? I think that's fair. All right. No risk, no worries. And you don't even have to tell me why. Okay. You can tell me why if you really want to help me understand what was working well, what's not working well, but you do not need to. All right. 100% guaranteed. So if you don't feel like this is the clearest evergreen YouTube system that you've ever seen or used, just email me at amanda@cleverdough.com and just say, please cancel. That's it. All right. If you still have some questions, no worries. Before I dive into the questions, let me just see. Yes, surprisingly different. It's already set up with problem solutions, problems. Yes. I love it. Very powerful, really powerful. I love it. You guys are awesome. Okay, so big question. What if you don't have time? I mean, holidays are coming up, right? What if you don't have time? I completely understand. Life gets busy. It does. It gets busy between family and work and everything else. It can feel completely impossible to add one more thing. That's why I built it fully on demand. my first run of students, we did them live. I recorded them. So you now get to go through each lesson on your own time. And we have the live momentum calls. If you can't make it to the live, send your questions in, send your work in. I will review it, and then you can watch it, the replay. All right. We're going to work on your timeline. So you don't need to stress about that. All right. The first round of beta students already did all that work for you. You get to follow at your own pace. And like I said, so the weekly live calls are recorded. You get the replays for those. You can also send in your questions ahead of time, like I mentioned. And then once your funnel is set up, it's going to keep working for you 24/7. So is it worth spending a little time now to save a lot of time later? If you're a true entrepreneur, one of the key characteristics of a true entrepreneur, and I remember this from growing up in multi-level marketing, they always taught us, go after entrepreneurs, because entrepreneurs know that it's not that we have more time than anyone else. We all have the same amount of time, but entrepreneurs make time. That is the difference. If you're not an entrepreneur, you might make excuses, but if you're a true entrepreneur, you make time. You find your why and you make time. You make time now so that you have time later. Okay? So don't you worry. We got you. All right. And what if you're not techie or you're nervous about AI, which is totally fair. I mean, it's new. What's it going to do? It could be scary. I get it. You're not alone. You know, many of my students have felt this way. I used to feel this way, but I've created step-by-step templates, prompts, checklists, so that it does the heavy lifting for you. So you don't have to be techie. You can just take what I've already built and then just copy and paste, just tweak it for your business so that you don't have to think of, how am I supposed to do a headline? What kind of a call to action am I supposed to do? What kind of bullet points? I've already got mapped it out for you. You just if you can copy and paste, you can do this, like literally. And with Doe AI, I'm going to guide you on how to use it so that it works for you rather than worrying about, oh my gosh, it's so complicated. No, we're going to do the simplest way possible that converts without the overwhelm. You don't need to be techie, but you do need to be willing, okay? And I'll make sure that you're not left behind. I promise. What if I don't want to be on camera? I already mentioned this, but you don't have to be on camera, right? You do not have to be. If you really want to build a deep connection with your clients, you might want to eventually get on camera, but you don't have to. You can run this totally without you actually being the face of the business. Not a problem. It works regardless of whether you're on camera or not. The systems, the strategies, the scripting, the thumbnails, the titles, they all work. The series, it all works, whether you're on camera or not. You just may get loyal fans who promote your products for you more often if you let them actually get to know you. That's really the difference, but it's up to you. So yeah, we can use slides, images, screen recordings, voiceovers. AI can even generate videos for you. So you do not let that be your reason to not get started. Then you're just, again, making up excuses instead of making up time, right? All right. What if I can't afford it? Look, I completely understand. That's why I created the different versions. And that's why you can literally get started for $1 today for 30 days. You can go through everything. You can build up your funnel before you decide whether or not to commit to this and stick forward and use the system going forward, right? So I did that because I've literally been in financial crisis. I've had to file for a consumer proposal after my coma. My wife was out of work. I was nowhere able to work. We had family, friends dropping off groceries. We had friends of ours that we very endearingly call our toilet paper fairies because they would always drop off toilet paper and ice cream for us when we were in need. We had people dropping off parking passes for my wife when I was in a coma, because she had been laid off. That's the other thing too. People often wonder about, job security. Well, she was laid off twice after 10 years of working at each business because one business, it just downgraded or it restructured its internal amount. It got rid of a ton of employees. And the second business, it restructured in a different way. And we just wanted to go a different direction. And honestly, I kind of suspect that they just wanted to be able to hire a fresh person at a lower level in her spot. But that's just my personal thoughts on that. And So the only security you have is building your own thing, because you're in charge of that. You're never in charge of working for somebody else. So if you can't afford it, I want you to think about, can you afford to not do it? Right? I included a payment plan. We literally had months where our expenses were over $1,400, and our income was $200. You can just imagine how scary that was. It was crazy scary. I have literally been there, and that is why I decided to let you get started for $1. And if after a month you figure out this is not for you, or you have your funnel set up and you're just like, you know what, I'll just do the rest of my own, I'm going to put my faith in your hands. I'm going to trust you to make the right decision for you, but don't let that be the reason you don't do it. It's really that simple. All right. Because honestly, one client, one sale, one affiliate commission, totally pay back your enrollment, right? Okay. What if I don't have a product or an audience or a niche? Don't worry, because a lot of my students actually started that way. They could see the potential. They didn't actually know what product. So we are actually going to go through and figure out what niche. We're going to validate that there are people actually needing help in that niche. We're going to figure out what product, make sure there are other products on the market actually selling, right? And then find out who your perfect lead is for those products. So if you're starting at zero, you understand the concept, you want to do this, but you're like, I don't even know what product or audience or niche to go after. We will figure it out, whether it's creating your own product or starting off promoting affiliate products, right? And then you can always do a combination. I honestly feel like a combination of both is always beneficial, regardless of if you're going after your own product first or an affiliate product first. Combining the two is the most powerful way to make sure your eggs are not all in one basket. All right, so don't let that stop your freedom. Okay. What if I fail again, or I'm too old, or I'm not creative enough? Like, my students literally range. Connor started when he was like 17. He started his business at 13. He started the YouTube stuff at 17. I have students over 80 who are doing this, right? So age doesn't matter. It's your drive. Like, think of Colonel Sanders. He didn't start his, KFC franchise until he was like past 65, right? Like, never let that be the stopping point. It's about you and your intentions. And with AI, we can get things done so fast that it really is not a problem. And so, yeah, I do hear this a lot. So I do understand there's always that fear. I remember my mom, before she wrote her first novel, she was afraid that if she typed the wrong thing into the computer, she was going to delete everything on her computer. It's fear of the unknown. But once we know it, we feel confident. Trust that you are going to feel confident, because I've already got everything in place for you. You don't need to learn. You just need to follow a system. You will learn as you're following the system. That's the beautiful thing. All right. And evergreen funnels don't rely on trends or youth or age or anything. They rely on value. That's it. If you're solving somebody's pain point, then you have a business. That's it. All right. Now, what if I get lost or I need more help? Well, that's beautiful. We've got the momentum calls. We've got the private Facebook community. We've got access to me. We've got access to working with other students in the program. So, and again, if you can't attend live, no worries. Send in your questions, send in your work so we can review it and you can watch the replays. And so again, don't let that be what stops you, because it's not necessary. There is support for you. All right. So again, reminder, you get over $30,000 in true real world value. We can get your funnel up and running in the next 30 days for just $1. And then you choose the payment plan that's going to work best for your budget, whether it's all at once, which is the best offer. Obviously, it's going to save you the most money, or a 3 payment plan or a 6 payment plan. All right. So whichever's going to work best for you, just go to cleverdodo.com/join and grab one of those 15 spots. All right, let's get real. This is important. So this is for you. Okay. Before you decide yes or no, this is for you. If you're an action taker, you're ready to follow a proven system and trust the process. Really important. Oh my gosh. The amount of years I tried to change the process. No, just trust the process, change it later. Okay. You're open-minded. You're willing to focus first and then make it your own once it's working. You're a solution finder. You take ownership and you find workarounds. You don't give up. You're self-guided. You don't need somebody pulling you along. I physically do not have the capacity to be that person to pull you along. But if you're willing to take action, you're willing to do this, I am totally here for you to help you on that journey. All right, that's fair. So you don't need hand-holding. You can take what's given and run with it. You're an online coach, a course creator, an affiliate marketer, or you're just an entrepreneur who sees the value but has not yet started and just needs some help getting started. If you can see this working, then this is for you. All right, and you're willing to test, tweak, learn. Knowing the process beats perfection. I say this to my students all the time. Perfect is not done. Done is done. And then we get perfect later, okay? Perfect is not done. Don't worry if your hair is sticking up. Don't worry if your clothes are off or your necklace is off to the side or whatever. Don't worry about it. That just felt really weird. But I could leave it to the side to make a point. It does feel like it's strangling me though. And you encourage and lift other people up, adding value while building a business that serves and makes a difference, because we only want positive, empowering people in our coaching program. We need to inspire each other, motivate each other, be accountability partners for each other. Doesn't mean you have to engage, but then you know that if you want to engage, which I highly recommend, you'll have support. You're never going to have people dragging you down, telling you can't do it. But who is it not for, right? Because it may not be for you. If you give up easily, you get stuck in excuses. You need constant hand holding. I am sorry, but I just don't have the energy. I wish I did, but I don't. All right. So it's not for you if that is you. Or if you're stubborn or closed-minded or convinced you already know everything, then why are you watching this, right? Why do you even want to look at this if that is you? Or you are always chasing the next get-rich-quick, shortcuts instead of just building something that you know is going to work. Like it's going to take a bit of time, not a lot of time. And then you're going to set a solid foundation. So if you just want a get-rich-quick thing, it's not for you, okay? Doesn't mean you can't get rich quick with it, but don't expect that, okay? All right. You have no clear direction. You aren't ready to choose one, though I do have tools that will help you with that. So as long as you're open and willing, then you're okay. If you resist feedback, which I totally get because we always put our guards up, or you ghost on comments, or on commitments rather, and you drain the energy of others, I can't have that, right? If you expect instant results without any consistent effort, then it's not for you either. We need consistency, but you can do it. It's not difficult. It's so not difficult. And you're only here just to take value and you're not going to contribute or encourage others, then that's just not going to work for us either, all right? And if you're not an open, kind person and kind to families who are different to your own, like this is a safe space for everyone. Everyone is welcome, except negative, harmful people, because I have to nurture and protect our community. All right. But you wouldn't be here if that was you. You wouldn't have stuck around this long if that was you. So in short, this is for you if you truly understand that what we're building here is an evergreen system, one that keeps working 24/7 for years, like literally years to come, even if, goodness gracious, you got into a coma, which I do not recommend. It's an awful lot of work to come back from, although it's better than not coming back from it. So there you go. And you're willing to put in the effort now so that it makes it your reality. And you know that you deserve this kind of success. You do. You know you deserve this. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here, right? You deserve freedom, consistency, a business that keeps giving back to you. It doesn't. So you're not just owning a job, right? If that resonates with you, then you already know this is for you. And with $1 trial, there's literally nothing holding you back unless you do not have $1. Which, again, if you don't, if spending $1 is going to take food off the table for you, then don't do it. Just wait. Wait for the next round to open up. I don't know when that's going to be because honestly, I do give a lot of energy to my students. So it could be not until later next year. In a year from now, do you want to already be ahead or do you want to still be where you are right now? That's really what it comes down to. And again, during this webinar only, not only I was going to give you 1 year full access to the Doe AI and the custom library with a grandmothered in pricing for annual going forward. But for the first 15 students, like only this round of 15 students, you're going to get lifetime access to it. I won't worry about connecting up the APIs for the credits because AI obviously costs a little bit, but it's a really, really, really little bit. I think I spend roughly $20 a month on all my AI. It's really not expensive. So then you can use Doe AI for a lifetime. Cool, right? So we'll get that sorted. And enrollment is closing. I'm going to close it Saturday night at midnight. And until then, grab your spot. They're going to go. 15 is not a lot. And I really can't open it up to more because I do want to give you the time that you deserve. And I just physically can't. I just can't. So don't miss it. Don't miss this chance to set up your Evergreen funnel. And don't worry about this grandmothered in pricing because I'm actually giving it to you for free. So you can't get better than that. All right. So that's $30,000 worth of value for $1 for 30 days, in which time, if it's not right, you can just say cancel, done. I'll even give you your dollar back if you want it back. And if you feel like, you know what, this is it, choose now what is going to be the best option for you. Pay all at once, save a couple $100 for $1,997. Again, you still first get just the $1 today, but you're just choosing which payment plan you want in a month's time. Or choose the 3 or the 6 month payment, whichever is going to work better in your budget. And get to work, build this funnel, get income coming in. And then with 1 or 2 sales, you'll have covered it. So you can do this. I know, gosh, if I can do this, you can do this. Just go to cleverdoe.com/join. And if all this did was help you finally get your first Evergreen funnel working, would it be worth it? Of course it would. If it would free up more of your time so that you could rest, heal, or spend it with your family and friends, would that be worth it? Of course it would. I told you I was going to sound like Mickey Mouse. If it show you a proven, repeatable system that gives you clarity and confidence, would that be worth it? Of course it would. You know, then, and it says here $197 because that's what I originally had, but for you, $1 is a small investment today to get started. So you really do have 3 choices. You can do nothing and stay exactly where you are right now, hoping, praying that things will change a year from now. They'll probably still look the same. I think you agree with me with that. Or you can take what you learned today and then just try to piece it all together yourself. That's what I did. It took me over a decade to finally get it to work, but it is doable if you have that much time, right? And it cost me a lot of money. I have to say it cost me a lot of money to learn it all as well. So the option that is probably the most attractive one for you right now is option 3. Just join our Evergreen YouTube marketing program now while you have the opportunity. Be one of those first 15. Invest $1 in your future. Choose which payment plan is going to work best for your finances. Get your funnel up and running. Get leads going to your offers before the end of the month, and you're already earning back your enrollment. And then you'll be surrounded with the most amazing community of supportive people, and you'll be getting your funnel working for you on autopilot. So that would be my personal choice, but I've done it the hard way. So I'm coming at it from the experience of knowing how difficult the hard way is. All right. So again, everything that you get, over $30,000 worth of value. You get the Evergreen Marketing Full Mastery Program, all 8 modules. You get the Quick Start Evergreen Funnel Action Plan, which I am creating. So I'll be sending that out very shortly. You get the Evergreen Funnel Templates, which are already ready, plug and play. Copy and paste. You get the weekly momentum calls that we do every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern. If you can't make it live, send in your questions, send in your work, watch the replays. You get access to our private community where you can actually create joint venture partner opportunities. You can post your videos to get more backlinks to your videos. You can send in, thumbnails and title ideas to get feedback. It is such a great community. You get the Evergreen toolbox of all the tools that you need, which again, we're going to keep it nice and simple and affordable for you. I've actually put all the tools in the different modules for you so you know exactly what you need when you need it. And I'm currently just curating it into a quick spreadsheet that I'll send to you as well so that you can quickly access, this. And it's not much. That's the thing. You can do this on a dime. You don't need to spend a ton of money. Once you get this up and running, if you want to go more professional, you could absolutely upgrade to more expensive things, better cameras, better lightings, but you really don't need it. Have a window with the sunlight, you are good to go, okay? I even have tips for microphones. If you can't afford a mic, like I'm using this Blue Yeti right now, and you have to start with some really simple little mic that doesn't sound great, I have tips in there of how to actually get good quality sound out of bad mics, all right? And you're going to get access, not just 12 months like it says here, you're going to get lifetime access to Doe AI and all the custom GPTs because you're part of my success group. And I want those successes so I can show everyone that this actually works, because I know it does. And my current students have already proved it. And yeah, I'm really excited to meet you, to welcome you on, to get you started. Go to cleverdoe.com/join. It is your turn. Imagine a year from now, with your Evergreen funnel running 24/7 on autopilot. You have leads, you have sales coming in while you rest, you're enjoying more time with your family and friends, and you're really actually able to live your life, right? This is the chance to finally build that legacy business that you've always wanted, right? I'm pushing you. It probably feels like I'm pushing you. I'm pushing you for you. I'm going to get students. I'm not worried about that. But do you want to be one of them, right? I know this works. I've seen it. I have colleagues who have different versions of what they're doing. This works, all right? And your extra bonus does disappear. So that one GPT that I had for the review video will be disappearing after this opening period. So if you get in now, then you get it, but like future students won't get access to that. And they're not going to get lifetime access to Doe AI. I literally just could not afford that. So you are the only ones that are going to get access to that. My current beta students and this next group of 15 that I really hope you are part of will get access to that, because you're going to help me build it to be the best platform for you so we can get your funnels up and running quickly and converting. That's the most important part, converting really well. Go to cleverdoe.com/join. It's going to close this Saturday at midnight. Don't miss your chance. Not when $1 is the only obstacle getting in your way. All right. Thank you for being here. I'm so grateful that you did take the time to learn with me today, that you're still here. You're still learning. I will send out the blueprint. Just make sure you write blueprint in the comments so I can get that to you with all the keynotes from today's training. And if today is not the right time, I hope that you'll still take action with everything I taught you today. Please do. And then still reach out to me and let me know how it works for you. Okay. If you are ready now and you have $1, then join. Get your funnel up and running. We'll get this working for you. I'm so excited to welcome you in. cleverdoe.com/join. I believe in you. I really do. And more importantly, I believe in the impact that your voice will make, because it will. Just like my daughter. So I was going to tell you about that, and I will share that story now with you. So let me just put this on the screen so you can see where to go. Go to cleverdoe.com/join. to grab one of those 15 spots. They may already be gone. So if it's gone, just put your name in on the early bird list for the next time I open enrollment, which may not be until next year this time. So hopefully there's still a spot for you. So my daughter's channel, she was really good at learning. And so she did everything I was teaching her to do. Her videos were ranking. A friend of ours in the community went viral on TikTok. And so my daughter interviewed her, actually not even about the viral TikTok. It was about the niche content on her channel, on my daughter's channel, that she happened to be related to. And so she did this interview with her. Well, a book company saw my daughter's interview with this lady, Melissa, and loved it so much that she reached out to Melissa and offered her a book deal based on her TikTok stuff. And so she actually got that, but we didn't know this. We didn't hear anything about this until this past year. My daughter was getting married, and this Melissa reached out to my daughter, and she said, I don't know if you've heard, but I've had this massive book deal. I've now got, she's got deals. She's working directly with like Tide. She's in like the laundry niche. and other companies like that. And companies were now sending her gifts. And one of the gifts was a wedding venue because they knew that Melissa was getting married. So they sent this wedding venue. And Melissa, the timing didn't work for this venue. So she called Xanthi, my daughter, and she offered to give her the wedding venue. So my daughter actually got to have her wedding venue gifted to her because Melissa was gifted this because of the book deal that she had, which brought all this authority to her. That would have never happened had it not been for my daughter's interview. And we know this because when my daughter said, oh my gosh, like, this is huge. Thank you. Like, but why me? Why would you, like, why me? And she's like, because without you and your channel and your video, I would never have this book deal. I would never have these connections. I would never have this. And so she wanted to give it. Like, I still tear up when I think about how amazing that is. That's the kind of input you can have on other people's lives, whether it's through your product or just by being connected with you. Don't you want that? Right? It's incredible. So I am going to now, I'll head over to the comments. I'm going to play a couple of different testimonials that I have. So I'll stop the slide presentation. And I want you to hear from some of my students. Now, the first one is actually not one of my students, but I'd like you to hear from Mike Filsame. He was talking about what I teach and what I do on YouTube, and I use this to promote his products as well as affiliate reviews. And so he was talking to his group of people that use affiliate pages, which is like a special program to create affiliate pages. And he was talking with his co-owner about it, and he mentioned me, and I want you to hear what he has to say. So let me I have to mute myself so you don't get an echo, and I will be in the comments, and I will come back in a few minutes.
Amanda does great reviews. We might have Amanda on to show how, like, literally she did such a good review for courses.gg. I hope she doesn't kill me for saying this, but Go High Level reached out and offered her an exclusive deal to do content for them. That's how good she is at doing reviews. So doing a review like that is going to do something for you that affiliate pages can't do for you. It's creating an affiliate review on YouTube. And so YouTube is going to get its own traffic in conjunction with this. And then you could take that video and put it on your affiliate review page.
All right, like, that blew me away, and he's absolutely right. So this summer, Go High Level actually reached out to me. They wanted to sponsor me to then do reviews for them and use their program and all that. But I'm so dedicated to Mike and Groove and Scale that I said a kind no for that. But it's because of my channel and because my videos were doing so well that big companies, they know, just like when Disney reached out to me. All right, so now I want you to meet Connor and his mom, Christine. They're going to go in behind the scenes on their channel, and they're going to show you what's been happening. And this is from already about half a year ago. So his channel has really momentumed even past what you're going to see, but you're going to be so impressed. So he is currently at, I think, roughly 1,500 subscribers, I believe. So this is where he started. So let me just mute myself.
Hey everyone, this is Connor
and Christine
with Amelia Island Microgreens. And here's what it's like working with Amanda. She has been so incredible, and I just have to say, it's been such a joy. She's always that person that supports you and wants the best for you. And it's just like having a ray of sunshine in your life. It's so nice working with her. And not only is it nice and fun, it also gets results. When I started this channel, I had 86 subscribers, and I am now at 717 subscribers.
When did you start?
I started about 6 months ago, so it hasn't been a long period of time. And my viewer count has, what is it, like quadrupled.
Why don't you go take a look?
Yes, let's do that. She's helped me figure out what kind of thumbnails I need, what kind of titles, words, all of that stuff she helps you create. So now you can see in my analytics, this is the year that I've had. So in the beginning, you can see it's been very slow. And then right where it starts to pick up along here, that is where Amanda has come into play and supported.
Yeah, what I love to see, it just is on an upward trend. And right here in the last 90 days, you can see that even though Connor was sick and then traveling here and posting no videos, he still has traffic. It's so exciting.
And you can see 501% more views in the last 365 days.
So you can see that he's added 631 subscribers, and Connor's had a few videos, like here's one about 2,500 views.
5,000 views right
Look
here.
Look at this. How exciting is that?
And not only is there a lot of views on this, there's 111 subscribers. So what'll happen is you'll get some of these videos that go viral, and those are the ones that are going to get you a high subscriber count, high watch time hours, and high views. And those are the ones that are going to propel your videos forward. And using the formula that Amanda has for creating your video, creating those thumbnails, and creating the keywords are key. And Amanda is excellent at those. So you can see all of this here. She uses a system that she created and leverages AI to make this super simple, super easy. I got this done in like 30 minutes, and I now have a system that I can use for every single one of my videos.
She also has a GPT she wrote that will help you load in the information super simple, and it gives you all of the context to send out to all your socials. Sharing on socials makes it so much easier.
And on top of that, you'll notice that you can see some of my videos are here, like right here. Let's see, here. She uses a system that she'll talk about in her course that will get it so that you can see your videos all along there, and so will your viewers.
So our recommendation, I would 100% recommend Amanda Vander Gulick for learning how to do your YouTube promotions.
For sure. And she's done this before. She's gotten a viral video that was so incredible. You can still see it when you search up how to bake a cake. So she knows what she's doing, and she knows how to get you to that same level.
Thank you, Amanda. We love you.
Thank you. Love you.
Oh my gosh, I love Connor and Christine. They've been like honestly ideal students, just absolutely amazing. So next I've got Donna. I'm gonna let you listen in on Donna Fox and her art channel.
Hi, I've been an online marketer for a number of years, so I know a thing or two when it comes to YouTube and SEO and traffic. But when I wanted to start a new channel for just myself and for my art business, before I did, I went to Amanda for her advice. And I was so excited to hear about her Evergreen YouTube marketing course. Now, even though I don't have anything to sell right now, I wanted to make sure I started off my channel right. So I just implemented her strategies 2 weeks ago. And since then, my channel has grown. In fact, the most exciting part of it is opening up the YouTube app in the morning, every morning, just to check on my number of subscribers. And every morning it has ticked up since I started her strategy. I really can't wait to see where I'm going to be a year from now. And thank you so much, Amanda, for all of your great advice. Oh, one more thing. I said I didn't have anything to sell right now, and that's true. But if I was out of ideas for what to sell, Amanda is the person to go to. She is constantly giving me ideas, things that she sees, sending me links to information. And I see her doing this with her other members in her course too. If there's something that she sees that could be beneficial to you, she thinks about you and she sends it to you. And that is really awesome. And I don't know if she's going to be able to give you that level of personal care for long, because she is definitely going to blow up with this course. It is fantastic. So be sure to do everything that Amanda tells you to do. I couldn't be more pleased with all of the results that I've gotten in just 2 weeks on my channel. And I can't wait to see it in 1 year. Thanks, Amanda.
Oh, I am so proud of what Donna has created on her channel. And yeah, she's really rocking it. I want you to meet Paul. Paul Briley is also one of my star students. He was one of the first to get his funnel set up in place after Connor, of course, because he was my alpha student. But Paul was one of the first beta students to get his full funnel up. And I'm so proud. He really overcame a lot of struggles. Gosh, the tech gods were not looking kindly on him. He ran into every tech issue you can think of, and he kept pushing through. And so I'm super excited for you to meet Paul. Let me just turn my mic off again so it doesn't give you an echo. All right, so it looks like you weren't actually able to see those videos. I apologize for that, but that's okay. I will link to a playlist I created where they share their stories so that you can still see them. So let me go and grab that list for you, and I'll put it right in the comments. Let me first just put the slide back up for you so you can see. Let's see here. There we go. All right, so you can see where to go to join. And let me just make sure that I can see this now. So I'm just going to, let's see. There we are. Okay, good. You can see me again now. Yeah, so for some reason, it's not showing the videos, which is fine. Let me grab the link for you, and I'll put it straight in the chat so that you can go after this. And if you want to see any of the other students and their results, they are absolutely incredible. I will show those to you. So let me just grab that link. I am so excited. So who is taking advantage of the $1 30-day trial? Get your Evergreen funnel up and running. I cannot wait to see your results. All right, let me just find there and there. Of course, when you want something, it always takes longer to find it, right? Okay. Here. Okay. No, it's not. I will have to put it in after we stop. That's all right. All right, no worries. We'll do that instead. So head over now to cleverdough.com/join. And you can grab your access. Hopefully you're not too late to get in as one of the 15 students that I'm taking on this round. Again, I won't be doing this again and probably until next year because I like giving that personalized attention. And I'm really excited. So cleverdough.com, you're getting over $30,000 worth of value. You're getting all 8 modules to the Evergreen YouTube Marketing Mastery Program. You're getting all 6 of the bonuses to get you set up quick, get you connected with like-minded entrepreneurs, get your funnels in place and see the results. That's what I want for you. You can have your funnels set up over the next 30 days. You can literally be enjoying time with your family over the holidays and know that you are already putting things into place. So I'm really excited, and thank you again for joining. I am going to shut this down now. It ends Saturday at midnight. So take advantage of that, or obviously sooner, as soon as the 15 spots are taken. If that is the case, I will put up a waiting list for you so that you can join there to get notified the next time I do open up more spaces. Okay, that is it. I am so excited. I look forward to seeing you in the program. And I will put the link to the playlist so you can see all the other students and their successes that they've had in the playlist. So go ahead and take a look at that. I will put that in as soon as I stop this presentation.